horror stream and chat, and this is the live horror stream 3, The Revenge. And I'm your host, Sean Patrick Erschen. So welcome, folks. We'll have a great time. The live horror stream, The Revenge. Let me get that out of there. All right. Okay, so here we go. I'm trying to get everything going here. So you folks are welcome to join me in the chat room if you have any questions or anything. Let's see. Oh, we got Adam Turner here already. So what's up, Adam? How you doing? So this is my third live stream. I haven't done one in quite a while. And this is actually a warm-up because we're going to be doing a live Google Hangouts chat on August 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at HoRRoRDIgEsT channel. It's going to be awesome because we're going to have Lisa Love joining us. We're going to have HoRRoRDIgEsT, of course. And we're going to have Horrific Nightmares JM, Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies, Random Horror, and Horror Miser Monty G. So make sure you join us, folks, on August 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's next Sunday, basically. So it's coming right up. So I figured I'd do this as a warm-up because I haven't done this in a long time. So it should be really fun. So what's new, Adam? How you been? Haven't talked to you in a while. Are you going to join us for the Google Hangouts chat on August 19th on the HoRRoRDIgEsT channel? Okay, so Adam Turner says, I went to IKEA earlier to frame my Halloween poster. I bought the frame and left my effing poster in the car park. I'm raging right now. Oh, that sucks, man. So you lost the poster? That sucks. That's an awesome poster too. I love that new Halloween poster. Tell me, Adam, was it the classic one that we've seen with just the shadow of his face, or was it that animated one that we saw with like the full blown animated drawing of Michael Myers? Because that was a really cool one too. So thank you for joining me in the live horror stream number 3, The Revenge. Also, I wanted to celebrate hitting over 200 subscribers, which is awesome. So I wanted to do this as a thank you. I've been planning to do this as a thank you to all my subscribers. Adam says, I'm all good, brother. I'll try my best to be there. I bought a new online 5 minutes ago. It's the first one they released. Cool, man. I hope to see you there. Oh, I see. You meant the poster. It was the first one they released. Yeah. So I believe they have a new Halloween 2018 trailer for the movie coming up soon. Well done on the subscribers, Sean. Adam says, thank you very much, Adam. Appreciate that. You've been very loyal to the channel. I really appreciate that, man. You've been here from day one and one of my earliest subscribers, and I really appreciate that. It's so cool. And thank you for joining me over in the chat room. Anyone else wants to join us, feel free. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. Like I said, this is just a warm-up. Yeah, again, in over 200 subscribers. Right now, I believe I'm at 211. So we're moving up in the world. You know, it's been a long time working on this channel. I started several years ago. I think it was either 2011 or 2012, somewhere around there. I started doing YouTube, so it's been a while. But I really enjoy it. You know, I have a blast doing it, and this is such a great way to get my thoughts out there and to express my love of the horror genre. And I've just been getting real into it lately. You know, I made a lot of friends recently on and fellow subscribers, fellow YouTubers like Lisa Loves and the Horror Digest and Horrific Nightmares JM, all kinds of people like The Last Shoegazer, and so many great people. Adam says, I'm the original subscriber. I got love for the corner. I also thought we would have a trailer too by now. Well, they confirmed that on the site, I believe, on the Blumhouse. I think it's Twitter for Blumhouse. They confirmed there's going to be a second trailer coming out soon. When, I don't know, but Friday, you thought? I don't know exactly when, but I know it's coming soon. I almost want to say I don't want to see it in a way. It's almost like we've seen too much already. I don't know if I want to see it. It'll be like seeing too much, you know. I feel like we saw enough with that first trailer. We got just enough to get us by till October comes. But I mean, of course, I'll watch it. You know, as soon as it comes out, I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it 100 times. Who am I kidding? I'm a hardcore Halloween fan all the way. Got to see anything they put out, really. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Even though I feel like we saw a lot in that first trailer. I was surprised at how much we saw in that first trailer. I thought it was just going to be a little kind of a teaser, but it was a full blown trailer. We saw a lot in that. We saw a lot of Michael Myers. Saw a lot of badass elder Laurie Strode. The grandmother. Um, and she's obviously pretty damn badass. I love it. And of course, they're not following any of the sequels. It's just going to be following the original, and that's it. And at first, I was upset about that, but I'm over it. I just want to see a great Halloween movie, and I think this looks pretty damn good. I think it looks scary, and I think it's going to be pretty bloody too. I don't think it's going to be skimping on the blood. Adam Turner says, "Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd love to see that long shot that you're talking about." I never heard of a long shot. I'd love that as random murder again. Yeah. So that is what they're trying to go for. The fact that the original they're looking at as a random attack by this crazed escaped lunatic. He escaped from Smith Grove Sanitarium, and that's it. He just happened to target these teenagers, and he's kind of fixated on Laurie for some reason. We don't know why. It's kind of random. It's not the fact that he's her brother anymore. It's just a random attack, and I guess apparently it's because I would think in this one it's because of this mere fact that she got away, that she was the one that survived. Laurie Strode survived, and that's why he wants to get her, even after 40 freaking years in the in jail. He's finally decided he wants to break out and go after Laurie once, take her out once and for all, just for the fact that she got away. And I liked how Laurie's kind of been preparing this whole time. Michael will return. Everybody thinks she's a kook and she's nuts, but she's like the survivalist. She's been preparing this whole time. She's got the underground bunkers set up. She's got all kinds of guns and weapons set up. She's like a survivalist type, which is pretty cool. I like that idea. Interesting. And she just believes in safety 100%. But well, if you guys are just joining me, we're live on the HorrorStream Part 3, The Revenge. Thank you all for joining me. And yeah, so again, I want to plug the Horror Digest channel. Watch August 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Google Hangouts chat with Horror Digest, Lisa Loves, Horrific Nightmares JM, Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. Such a great guy, such a funny guy too. Check out all their channels. Okay, Adam Turner says they do a shot like the original when the camera just follows Michael in the beginning, but in this one, the camera follows him around the neighborhood whilst he commits random killings. Yeah, that sounds about right. I would like to see that too. I haven't heard of the long shot. That sounds interesting though. I know that they had the San Diego Comic Con. Didn't they show like a little bit of footage of the film? And I believe when Jamie Lee Curtis, as you know, was at the San Diego Comic Con with um, with David Gordon Green and Jason Blum and Malika Akkad talking about the new film, promoting the new film, and I believe they showed some new footage that I heard about, and it sounded really interesting, cool. I wish that could have leaked or something. I would like to see that because it sounds awesome. I have to say, I like the little nods in the trailer to the other films, like when you see Michael in the street, he like bumps into those kids, just like Halloween 2 when he bumps into the kid with the boombox, and in the trailer, the kid has a boombox. It's like I love that. And you hear that noise to the. Adam Turner said, "I can't wait for a silent part when all the nuts are jumping around. I think they know he's the special one." Oh yeah, absolutely. You can tell that. They know he's the bad guy, the ultimate bad guy, and you better not mess with him. Like when the British dude, shows the mask and all freaking out. He's the boogeyman. Yes, that's right. I just think that part's funny when they're all freaking out and the dogs rocking, rock, rock, rock. They all bug out. How he thought that was a good idea to show Michael his mask from 40 years ago. The mask that he committed all the murders in. He thought that was a good idea. Obviously, that's going to awaken the beast, going to awaken the monster, Michael Myers. So yeah, about the chat. Originally, Movie Massacre was supposed to join us, but unfortunately, he's having issues with his Wi-Fi. He's a really good guy too, so I'm kind of disappointed at that. I wish he would have been able to join us. I think that English dude is going to be a bit of a prick. He's prodding Michael to react, right? Yeah, absolutely. According to the commercial, I guess he's some kind of documentary filmmaker. They're filming a documentary on Michael. Yeah, just a bad choice. But I heard he's the guy in that bathroom scene when Michael, you know, bashes the dude's head into the stall. I think that's that guy, the British dude, if I'm not mistaken. I heard something like that. I love that scene, by the way, in the trailer when he sees the woman in the stall and you see his hand go with the stall and drops the teeth. That's awesome. Yeah, his face gets bashed nice and proper. Oh yeah. It's also a little reminiscent to the Rob Zombie Halloween when he fights that black dude in the stall there in the bathroom. That was a little bit similar. So there seems to be lots of nods to the rest of the series, which is cool. But it is what it is. I wanted it to follow too because I'm a massive Halloween 2 fan. The original from 1981 I'm talking about. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it now. It's happening. And it is exciting, but I just wish they could have found a way to follow Halloween 2 somehow. Because to ignore that is just disappointing. I think it's an amazing, amazing film, Halloween 2. To me, it's a classic as well as Halloween. So many people watched the original and then right away I want to watch Halloween 2 right after because it continues it so well. Adam says, I hear it's going to be a little more gory. Some of the kills are supposed to be real out there. Yeah, I did hear something. I did hear that too. David Gordon Green said that at some point. Like, sometimes we want to pull back a little to give a little of the suspense of the original, but sometimes you want to just go for it, with the knife. But he did say that. Mike turns a cop's face into a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, I noticed that. I saw a picture of that. Dude's face is like a human jack-o'-lantern. That's awesome. That is badass. Uh, yeah, so welcome, folks, to the live horror stream number 3, The Revenge. Anyone's welcome to join in on the chat. Over in the chat room, we got Adam Turner, who's one of my earliest subscribers. He's a great guy. And I want to mention a few other YouTubers like Lisa Loves and HoRRoRDIgEsT. People I've become friends with, like Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies, Andrew Bellina, the Horror Man, Joe the Horror Man, Nick the Last Shoegazer. I've made so many great friends in this past year or so. It's just been amazing. Oh, we got random Matt videos in the house. Howdy there. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for joining me in the live horror stream chat, part 3, The Revenge. Welcome, Matt, to the horror corner. That kind of gore rivals Rob Zombie in his films. Hey, Matt, Adam said. Yeah, Matt, meet Adam Turner. Oh, we got Horrific Nightmares, JM. What up, brother? So, like I said, while I'm practicing, this is my warm-up to our Google Hangouts chat next Sunday. What's going on, brother? We got Horrific Nightmares in the house. I'll have to try this sometime. Yeah, you should, man. I think it's a great way to connect with your audience. So we got random Matt videos here. We got Horrific Nightmares JM over in the chat. We got Adam Turner. Adam Turner said, "What up, boys? Now we got a crew." Hey there. Random Matt video says, "Hey there, Horrific Nightmares JM and Adam Turner." What's up, guys? What's going on? Would it be? Thanks for the love. Thanks for showing up, guys. This is awesome. Haven't done this in a while. I did one quite a while ago. I can't remember how long ago it was, but Adam was there too. My brother showed up at some point. My brother Phil showed up, so that was a lot of fun too. Remember that, Adam? And my wife showed up in the chat. I don't think she'll be showing up this time because she's busy right now with her niece and her sister, and they're preparing for my niece's wedding coming up. Adam says, "Hey guys, Sean is the kingpin. You won't get a nicer dude." Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Horrific Nightmares JM says, "Hi, Matt. What's up, brother?" So, Jason, Horrific Nightmares JM, what do you think about this chat coming up? I'm actually really excited to talk about some of the topics that HoRRoRDIgEST mentioned. I'm not going to mention what they are because we're going to save that for the show. But how do you feel about it? Are you nervous about it? Random Matt says, "Hope you're doing good, Jason. Just enjoying life." That's good, man. I'm enjoying life. Glad to hear that. Yes, so I am. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've watched guys like Drum Dums do he does the Scream stream, and then I've been watching Stephen Atkins. This guy Stephen G. Atkins does live streams all the freaking time with his buddies. Adam Turner says, "So how's the wife, Sean, brother? She's normally in here with us." That's from The Exorcist. She's in here with us. Perfect Nightmare suits, dude. I can't wait to riff off each other. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very interesting having a discussion, plus talking to you guys directly instead of like through the YouTube chats and all that. Comments on each other's videos and stuff, which is great, which I always love too. But it'd be cool to actually talk to you guys, and talk to you directly, which we haven't done yet. And to answer your question, my wife is doing very well. She's doing great. She's a wonderful gal, and I'm so happy to have her in my life. And she supports me in every way, every step of the way, everything I do. And she lets me be who I want to be, and she supports me doing this YouTube thing, which is great. You won't find a better person. Adam Turner says, that's what I love about this channel. You always get my humor. I try. I'd like to think I have a sense of humor. It's not the greatest sense of humor in the world, but we have fun. That's what my channel's about. I want to have fun. I want people to have fun talking about the things they love, the love of the horror genre. Oh shit, we got Movie Massacre up in here. Now this is becoming a really cool chat. Check it out. We got my buddy Movie Massacre. We got Horrific Nightmares Jam. We got Mr. Adam Turner and Random Matt Videos join us here in the chat. This is a lot of fun. I didn't even expect this. I just thought I was gonna be screwing around, doing a little warm up to next week. But we got Movie Massacre up in the house. Horrific Nightmares Jam. What's up, Brother Rich? Yeah, Movie Massacre. I love watching your videos. You are so freaking creative with your videos. I think they're amazing. You do a fantastic job. I love your intros. I love your sense of humor. I love that little thing you do with the credits when you put directed by George Ace Romero, stuff like this little funny, almost like the Deadpool movie when they do the funny credits. And Turner says, "What's up, Movie Massacre?" Movie Massacre says, "I may be able to make it to the live stream." Oh shit! Breaking news: Movie Massacre might make it to the live stream. How about that? Breaking news. You heard it. You heard it first here on the live horror stream 3, The Revenge and the Horror Corner. Well, that is great news, man. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you do make it. Random Matt says you guys should join my horror-related groups on Facebook. I'm on several of those, man. I'm on your Horror University one, the fans of Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger Mania. I think I'm like, what am I in? Like 4 of those. They're great sites. You guys should check out Matt's Facebook channel. He's got various Facebook channels. He's even got one with his girlfriend. What's that one called, Matt? You and your girl's page. Please do, brother. I was super bummed out when you couldn't make it. Yeah, me too. I was disappointed. I think we'd have some hilarious talks. We'd definitely have a few laughs if you join the channel, man. You got a great sense of humor, Mr. Movie Massacre. Horrific Nightmare says, "Hey Adam, what's up, buddy? I'm all good, my brother. Just pumped." Oh, dude, I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if you've ever catched Dave McRae's videos. He's a massive Halloween fan. He came out with one. It was either today or yesterday about Halloween Resurrection. I laughed my ass off, and he was making fun of Buster Rhymes. Talking about he's talking about the alternate ending when he when he says Buster Rhymes says to the girl, "You a badass ass kicking chick" or something like that. And the way he does Buster Rhymes' voice was so freaking funny, like dead on. He can do that because he's a voice actor. He's a professional voice actor. The way he did it was like amazing. And of course, he had to throw in the legendary "trick or treat, motherfucker." Random Matt says Kathy and Matt's Horror Corner. Yes, that's right. A movie massacre says, "Shit, I lost signal. I'm back now. I'll check out your Texas Chainsaw video later." Yeah, I just posted that a few minutes before I started doing this. What's up, Adam? I can't do much of Dave McCrae. I like him though. He's a knowledgeable chap. Yes, he certainly is. He can be a riot though. But that I think that was the funniest thing he ever did. The way he did Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is the most hated guy in the Halloween franchise. Has to be, right, guys? Of course, it's not so much him that destroyed the Halloween franchise. The movie itself destroyed the franchise, and they had to start all over with the Rob Zombie remake. Matt Hart's Horror University, 13 film, Friday 13th Film Fanatics, and Freddy Krueger Mania. That's Random Matt's horror channels on Facebook, so check them out. Movie Massacre said, "My neighbors gave me the funniest look when they saw me doing the Leatherface chainsaw dance with a real chainsaw in front. Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?" That's awesome. You were doing the chainsaw dance. Movie Massacre said, "Trick or treat, motherfucker." The funny thing is, I thought Resurrection was good when I saw it in the theater. It had a like I think it's because we were surrounded by people that were really into it. These little kids who scream, "Ah!" And a lot of people were talking during the movie and like, "Oh, get out of the way!" You know, it was a great atmosphere, and that it felt like it was a good movie. And then, of course, when I watched it on DVD when I got it at home, I realized what it really is. Yeah. Michael's like a killer shark. What is he talking about? Adam Turner, he's a funny dude. I'm pretty sure we had the last Halloween on a Friday, though. Damn, I can't remember. Halloween trailer, I meant. So did I. Don't feel bad. Wait a minute, did I miss something? So we got Adam Turner in the chat. We got Mr. Horrific Nightmares JM. We got Movie Massacre up in here. We got Random Matt videos. We're having a blast here over at the HorrorStream 3, The Revenge. I liked it too, Horrific Nightmares, JM says. So I'm not sure how long it'd be on tonight, guys. I just did this as a warm up because next Sunday we got the big one over at Horror Digest channel. So everybody out there in YouTube land, check out the Horror Digest YouTube channel on August 19th at 6 p.m. and join me and Horror Digest and Mr. Horrific Nightmares JM, who's in the chat. And Movie Massacre might make it as well. We'll see. So Movie Massacre says, "The beginning is freaking awesome in Resurrection, apart from the Laurie kill." Yeah, that was the only thing I liked about the movie was the beginning. Yeah, I agree. It had potential at the beginning there, you know. I liked the confrontation, the final confrontation between Michael and Laurie in Resurrection. And even the part when he finally gets her was like, wow, you know. And then the way she slowly falls into the trees was kind of poetic in a way. That's about it. That's when the movie pretty much all downhill from there. I'll be there, Sean. I'll be there. Movie Massacre. Yeah, I had to keep up this chat here. Movie Massacre says, "What do you think of the Chucky remake?" Well, that's one of the things we're going to be talking about next week. I don't know if I want to get into all that stuff yet, but overall, I'm not happy about it. I don't think Child's Play needs a remake. Like they've been doing fine with these newer ones, the Cult of Chucky and the Curse of Chucky. I thought they were pretty good. Why are we all of a sudden doing a remake when those seem pretty fine? I mean, they're showing them on Netflix. And, Matt Villa says, "I hope you I hope you add me on Facebook. I want to show you that I've changed. You're an awesome guy." Horrific Nightmare says I should do sometime this week to get warmed up. Oh yeah, good. Great idea. I'll probably have my mask off in the Google chat if I get on. Whoa! Breaking news once again. Movie Massacre might take his mask off the chat next week. Oh wow! I saw a couple of videos where you were like this and you could see you talking. Random Matt says, "Is there any way I can be a part of the show with you?" I don't know. You have to talk to horrific. I'm sorry. You have to talk to Horror Digest about that. He's running the show. It's not me. Uh, Horrific Nightmare says, "I completely agree with you, brother." Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Show your true self, Mr. Movie Massacre. That would be interesting. What's underneath that mask? That would be awesome. Horrific Nightmare says. Yeah, I think that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. I'm getting excited now. Getting really excited now, and this we're doing this chat right now, and we're having so much fun. This was just an impromptu thing. I just had some time to myself, and I figured, why not give a little warm up to next week. Movie Massacre said you should wear a Freddy claw when you do the claw on your show. I love when you do that. It's freaking awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's funny. A lot of people have done that when they've done like responses to the tag videos I've done. They're like, I was tagged by Sean at the horror. I appreciate that. That's awesome. It's his trademark, Adam Turner says. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's kind of my little niche thing. It's my little trademark thing. Me too. We need Brad in here. Yes, indeed. So guys, I wanted to mention another guy I made friends with here on YouTube. Goes by the name of Movie Freak. So he did the tag I just uploaded today called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre tag. And he's done a few others as well. He did the Scream Factory tag, and I forget which other ones he did. Oh, I think he did the Norman Bates tag as well, which is one that yours truly created. If you guys are interested in doing that. Oh, we got Supermodel Music Man in the house. Hello from Munich, Germany. Wow, what's up, man? I watched a few of your home. I watched a few of your movies that you made. Those are pretty very interesting. Like I was a Bavarian werewolf. What was it? I got all kinds of people in the chat here. This is awesome. I'm having a blast now. Hey, that's badass, Matt. Oh, wait, Matt says I am getting a custom-made Freddy's Dead glove soon. Oh, that sounds awesome. You should show that on your video, one of those OMG videos you do, Matt. I'd like to see that. The power of glove. LOL. Remember that in Freddy's Dead? Don't forget the power of glove. Hey there, Movie Massacre, awesome channel name. No, it's the Hero Glove, Random Matt Video says. Movie Massacre says, you're a WWE fan. Predictions for SummerSlam? Yes, I am a fan of WWE. I noticed you were too, Movie Massacre. That's awesome. So predictions for SummerSlam. Yes, I will be. Well, I mean, if I get to watch it, because that's the same day we're doing the Google Hangouts chat. I suppose I can stay up late and watch the replay afterwards. Horrific Nightmare. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta keep up the chat here. I am having fun, Random Matt says. I'll be showing it off in the OMG mail video. Yes, good. Horrific Nightmare says I'm going to try and contact Bronco Juggalo to get him in here. More the merrier, folks. The more the merrier. Random Matt's also a big WWE fan. Awesome. All right, so predictions for SummerSlam. I predict Brock will still win, but Mr. Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman, will come in and beat Brock for the championship. That's my prediction. And I do predict that, unfortunately, Ronda Rousey's going to win the women's championship, I believe. She has to at some point. She's the big draw, but I gotta say, I love Alexa Bliss. I think she's an excellent heel champion. She's badass. I love Alexa Bliss. I am having an awesome time with my return. Yes, I'm glad you're having a great time, Matt. A supermodel musician says, you remember, right? Last night I became a Bavarian werewolf. That's right. Still have to finish the film. It's the first time I participate in such a live stream thing. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome. Random Matt says, I'm not a fan of Brock. I'm a Triple H fan. Me too. The only thing about Brock is the fact that he is such a part-timer, and I really think he doesn't care about being a WWE superstar, like Roman Reigns says all the time. I think there's some truth to that he doesn't care. I don't think he cares about anything but himself and making money, and beating the shit out of people. I think he's just a bad dude. Definitely a bad dude. Movie Massacre says, ha ha ha, Little Miss Bliss is a badass heel. Yes, absolutely. Ronda Rousey is hot, in my opinion. Random Matt says, yeah, no doubt. I have to say she's improved since she started in WWE. At first, I was a little skeptical about it because she was a little rough, but she seems to be falling in nicely, And I think they're definitely going to make her women's champion. It has to. Because Ronda Rousey is a major draw, She's a huge draw. That's what they brought her in for, Who would win in a fight, Lori or Christy Cotton? Movie Massacre says, is this a precursor to your show that you're going to be doing, Movie Massacre? Let's see. Laurie Strode versus Christy Cotton from Hellraiser. That's a great question. Two of the best final girls of all time. I'd say it's got to be Laurie Strode. Yeah, I got to go with my girl, Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis. Especially now where she's the hardened badass in the Halloween 2018. I agree, Matt. I wouldn't last 3 seconds. Random Matt says, I got quite the collection when it comes to WWE. From DVDs, box sets, magazines, to trading cards. Yeah, I got a few. I actually got a few myself, man. I got some nice autograph stuff. I got some autograph pictures of Bret the Hitman Hart. I got Bobby Heenan's autograph, the late Bobby Heenan and the late Miss Elizabeth, believe it or not. And the Hulkster, I got his autograph too. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I met all of them. Random Matt says, trying to keep up with the chat, guys. Random Matt says, I got quite the collection when it comes to WWE. All right, I just said that. Movie Massacre says, great answer, man. Laurie's gone full Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor in the new movie. That's another thing. What do you guys think about Terminator 6 coming up with the return of Sarah Connor, played by Linda Hamilton? They must have got that idea from what's going on with Halloween, and they thought it'd be a good idea for the Terminator, and I agree. I'm getting real excited about that. I saw a promo pic of Sarah Connor with the freaking shotgun in her hand. It looked badass. Random Matt says, I think Laurie Strode would kick ass and win in the end. Awesome. I'm a Bret Hart fan. Movie Massacre says, I'm a huge heel fan. Random Matt says, I got Hogan Knows Best season 1 through 3. Yeah, I have that too, actually. Perfect Nightmares is back in the house. Welcome back, bro. Bronco Juggalo's coming. All right, man. Let's make it a real party now. Get Mr. Bronco Juggalo in the house. So I look forward to that. I hope he does come by. We're having a party! Party at the Horror Corner. Movie Massacre says, I met Hulk in England at a TNA show when I was drunk. I was dressed as him, and I was at the front. He came up to me and I grabbed his arm and said, love you, man, slurring my words, he said. Said, I love you too, brother. I had to. Well, you know something, Mean Gene. Adam Turner says, so how about the new Lori and daughter photo? You see that old hat in the background? Pretty cool. What is the representation of the old hat? I'm enjoying videos of yours, Horrific Nightmares. I may be able to make it to the live stream if the space becomes available. Let's see. I think I'm getting behind, guys. Sorry. All right. I'm like way behind. What's going on here? Random Matt says Bronco Juggalo talks movie rules. Supermodel Music Man says, in my opinion, the first Terminator movie is the best. Yeah, me too. I absolutely agree with that. Oh, what's up, Bronco Juggalo? In the house? What up, yo? Movie Massacre says, what's up, Bronco? Hey there, Bronco. What's up, guys? How you doing, man? So, what's going on? You ready for the live stream next Sunday? You up for that, man? That's what I'm doing right now, is just kind of a warm-up, getting ready for that Google Hangouts chat that we're going to have with Lisa Loves and you, Bronco Juggalo. So we got half that crew here right now. All we're missing is Horror Miser Monty G and Lisa Loves. This is like the prequel to the Google Hangouts chat. Coming this Sunday on the Horror Digest channel. Oh man, I can't keep up with you guys. Bronco Juggalo says, I misunderstood. I thought Jason wanted us to do the Google stream together. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how to do the Google Chats together thing. I guess how that works is, bear with me, I'm not that technically gifted. I believe on the Google Hangouts you can send a link to someone's email to join the chat, but I haven't tried that yet. Oh, I'm hoping that HoRRoRDIgEsT lets us know how to do that. Maybe if I just give him oh, come on. Maybe I'm hoping that he'll send us links to join in on the chat, because Bronco Juggalo says definitely. Movie Massacre says, ah, crap, I have 10% left and I only get a signal outside. I'll stay until it does. I guess you're having problems with your Wi-Fi there, Mr. Movie Massacre. Movie Massacre says you should do this more. This is awesome. Maybe I should. If I get in this kind of action here, why not? Maybe I will. You should do. I agree. Sean should do this more. I agree, Rich. Do you have any of the Darkman films, Horrific Nightmares? Darkman was a good series. I like that. Bronco Juggalo says, yeah, you just send the link from Google Hangouts to their email or their messengers or their Twitter DM. I only have to do is hit the join button. Well, I guess I could try. So, Bronco, what is your send invite as? So my invite, my Gmail is sean4real@gmail.com. Says share the permanent link, bookmark, and come back anytime. Trying to figure this out while we do it. So how does it feel to be live? It feels pretty awesome, actually. So here in Germany, it's 11:15 p.m. Oh, it's a late night for you, huh? Need my beauty sleep before midnight, so gotta go. Have a great weekend, guys. Also, that's Supermodel Music Man. So thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it. That was really cool that you decided to show up. So Bronco, I could try and send to your email the link. What is your email address? If you tell me in the chat, maybe I can try to invite you. Maybe we can try and do something here. That's what this is about anyway. This is a warm-up, so might as well try it. Awesome. Horrific Nightmares, JM. I have all three. You too, my friend. I gotta say, this is awesome, guys. I wasn't expecting this this kind of turnout today, and I'm really happy about it. We got Bronco Juggalo in the house. We got Horrific Nightmares JM in the house. We got Movie Massacre. This is freaking fun, man. I was not expecting this. So if one of you guys wants to give me your email, I can try and send the link to invite. I mean, I don't know what to do from there, really. I could try. I could try. That's all I can say, man, is I can try. I'm sitting here with my phone. You too, my friend. So, for you folks who are just joining in, this is the live horror stream, part 3, The Revenge at the Horror Corner. And I'm your host, Sean Patrick Erschen. So earlier today, I did a video. Let's see. Okay, Jason. Right. All right, I'm gonna try to invite Horrific Nightmares JM into the chat, Jason. Okay. All right, so Jason, I just sent you the link. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Dr. Giggles, yeah, that's a funny one. Random Matt says, I think it's okay if you sometimes, JM. Horrific Nightmares says, when I came home, I saw it and knew I had to get in. All right, so let's see what happened. I don't know what to do from there. I did send Horrific Nightmares the link. Would you share with them, please? It's for the longer. The heck was that? Horror rules. It sure does, Matt. Links. YouTube page. So I don't really know what to. So I've never done this kind of thing before. So as far as a Google joint Google chat thing, I haven't done that. I've just done it by myself a couple times. Sean, Jason's going to get in with you on that. I'll get with you on Messenger later when I get a chance. All right, man. Thanks, Bronco. Sounds good. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this tonight, but we'll see how it goes. But if we can get that going, why not? It will be even easier when we do it on Sunday with HoRRoRDIgEsT. Movie Masochist says, my face is on my Instagram account. Oh, really? Is it? Guys, I don't have Twitter. I don't have Instagram. I don't have any of that shit. It's hard enough keeping up with YouTube and Facebook. You guys do Instagram too? Damn, how do you guys keep up with all this stuff? Like I said, I'm not all that tech savvy. So I think if I do all that stuff, I don't think I could be able to keep up. Movie Massacre says, I'll probably have my mask. Oh, wait, that's from earlier. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Horrific Nightmare says, I sent you a message, Sean. Movie Massacre says, I watched that absolutely legendary movie, Jason X. That's funny. All right, so he sent me a message. Where is that, Jason? Is it on? Where would the message be? Let's see. I don't have Facebook. Movie Massacre says. Horrific Nightmare says I'm not tech savvy either. On Facebook Messenger. So let me try and bring up Facebook Messenger. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get Jason in on the chat. so we can have some more fun here. And then we could be ready for next Sunday. All right, so I'm on Facebook now. I'm going to Messenger. And let's see if I got Jason's message, and maybe we can figure out from there what to do. I'm so glad you thought of this, you know, because I wouldn't have thought of it. Jason Marshall. Let's see. That's all I have. My account is deactivated. I got tired of looking at people food. Jason Marshak. Bloody Bonger at, what is that? So what's that, Jason? Bloody Bonger at Gmail. So Movie Massacre says that's all I have. My account is deactivated. I got tired of looking at people food. So Jason, what does that message mean? Do you know what I'm supposed to do with it? I have no idea what I'm doing, as you can see. I think he's responding now. Is this some kind of link I'm supposed to? Oh, that's Blanco Juggalo's email. All right, so Blanco Juggalo is. I'll try that. So we're gonna try and get Bronco in the chat. All right, I'll give it a try. All right, Bronco sent you a invite. Let's see what happens. That's my email that I didn't want everybody having. Sorry. Sorry. You're a metal fan. Do you play any instruments? Movie Masker says. No, I wouldn't. I've messed around a little bit with guitar and stuff and drums a little, but I can't carry a tune really. I don't have any talent in music. I wish I did. I really do, because I would love that. I screw around on karaoke once in a blue moon. You know. I have fun with it, but I have no talent in it at all. Perfect Nightmare says I didn't get an email from you. Well, I sent the email. I don't know what happened. Bronco, did you get my invite? Congrats on 400, bro. You definitely deserve it. You know I love you, brother. Oh, so Movie Massacre says, seeing that the gang is here apart from a few, I want to say thanks for supporting me. He hit 400 today. That is awesome. Congratulations, Mr. Movie Massacre. You hit 400 subscribers. That is awesome. So congratulations, man. Well deserved. I know you work very hard on your videos and do a fantastic job. Rich, you deserve it. Certainly, you certainly do. I mean, you could tell he puts a lot of effort into those videos, a lot of editing, a lot of graphics, and a lot of cool stuff. Man, cool shit. Awesome guy, and I wish you the best of luck with your channel. I think you're doing an awesome job, as do all of you guys. Bronco Juggalo and Perfect Nightmares JM. Random Matt videos. You guys are all great. And I appreciate so much that you've joined me here tonight on the live horror stream part 3. Random Matt says I'm close to 500. That's awesome. Great job. Movie Massacre said we should all review an anthology movie together at some point, with each of us doing a chapter. That's a very interesting idea. Very interesting. Like what? Like, no, I shouldn't say like what. There's a lot of like Tales from the Crypt movie, Twilight Zone the movie, or there's so many. A Vault of Horror. That's one. Bronco Juggler says, thanks, Sean. I look up to you, Horrific Nightmares. Random Vet Videos says, as you should. By the way, Mr. Horrific Nightmares, how do you... I can't keep up with you, man. You do like 5 videos a day, it seems like. How the hell do you come up with all these videos every day? That's awesome, though. I gotta say, the content is amazing. All the different videos you come out with, all the hauls you have, all the... I can't even keep up. There's so many. Movie Massacre says, when I had a notification saying you were live, I picked up my phone and ran outside for a signal. That's right, we are live here at the Horror Corner. And thank you guys for joining me live at the Horror Corner for the live horror stream, which was completely unplanned. I just came up with it off the cuff, just screwing around today. I had nothing to do, so I figured when we got that live stream coming up Sunday, I would screw around with it today. So that's what I'm doing today, basically. I don't have any topics or anything. I'm just messing around. Bronco Juggalo says, I love all you guys' videos. Sean's, you're amazing, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Ha, ha, ha. So, Bronco, did you get the invite I sent? It seems like neither one of you got it. Bronco says, what is your messenger handle? I don't know, but my Facebook page is Erschen at AQUENT.com. I got a surprise video to upload soon, Random Matt says. So sounds good, man. Bring it on. I like surprise videos. I guess it was kind of surprised me doing this today, huh? I'm so excited that you guys joined me. This is so much fun. If you sent it to my email, I have not gotten it yet. I sent it. I don't know. Oh, a movie massacre says you're an old school gamer. What's your favorite retro console? Sega Genesis, all the way. I've done a few videos on that. That's really all I care about, honestly. I mean, I like the old Nintendo, of course, and Super Nintendo is great. But my first love is the Sega Genesis, definitely. If you guys get a chance, check out a few of those videos. I did a few Sega Genesis videos, playing a lot of the old school games like Streets of Rage and all that stuff. Sonic the Hedgehog. Movie Massacre says, I love everyone's stuff. Sometimes I struggle to keep up with them all. Yeah, me too. Perfect Nightmares says, do you want me to see if Nick can join us? Nick, the last shoegazer? Yeah, sounds good to me. Bring it on. More the merrier. The more the merrier. Let's get the horror crew going here. Random Matt says, I think you're best friend, Sean. Thank you. Horrific Nightmare says, Sega rules. Sega! Random Matt videos, you're welcome. Horrific Nightmares. Movie Massacre says, I love the N64 and NES. I still have them. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't have the original Sega Genesis. I just have like one of the clone things that they came out with. But it works good. I mean, I can play my old cartridges in it, and plus it has several built in on the console. Some good ones like Sonic and Golden Axe and all that stuff. And Fantasy Star, I love that shit. Let's check out my move. Yeah, I love N64. I'd have to say probably my favorite one was Killer Instinct. Remember that game? That was a badass game with a robot dude fighting. You know, that was pretty brutal too, like the blood and gore. And the gore. Bronco Random Matt says I enjoy playing my Sega from back in the day. Yeah, I still play it. Just give me old school Sega Genesis. I don't care about freaking PlayStation 4 or any of that shit. That stuff just like over my head. I can't handle it. I'm just an old school guy, and I'll tell you, I'm going on 43 next month. Yeah, I'm old school. Getting up there. What's going on in the chat over here? Let's see. Bronco says Super Nintendo is the best one, but I have them all. You got all of them, huh? Nice. I'm jealous. Movie Massacre says if we were all in a movie, who would you be? Who would be the killer, and who would die, and who would be the final girl? I don't know. I'd probably be the one that would die. I don't think I'd be the final girl, but I'd probably be one of those random dudes that gets murdered, the guys that everyone hates and they want to die as soon as possible. That's probably me. Uh, Bronco Juggalo says I would be the killer. Sean would be the first to die, and Jason would be the final girl. You would be our token foreigner. Horrific Nightmare says we'll see if he answers. Louis Masca says bah ha ha ha. I would LMAO. 34 soon. Hey man, I'm the final girl, Horrific Nightmare says. Sounds like fun. Wouldn't it be cool to do some kind of horror movie together? How awesome would that be? I always wanted to do that. I've screwed around with stuff. Like I've done little clips of myself as Michael Myers. I don't know if you guys saw those. I wish I could do the like a movie, you know, at least like some kind of short film. Random Matt says I am 36. You're just a youngin' yet. Horrific Nightmare says love it, just can't have sex. You can never have sex in a horror movie. That's the death knell. Just ask the guy in Scream. He explains all the rules. Don't you know the rules? That's my favorite part of Scream when he talks about the rules. First of all, never say you'll be right back, because you won't be back. Never have sex. Bronco Juggalo says, I just watched The Last House on the left last night. We could do movies like that. Who wants to play the girls? We'd all die with the Randys from Scream. The Randys. Yeah, I definitely would die. I don't think I'd last too long. I bet you Bronco would be like the Buster Rhymes. Right? Did you get my message on Messenger? Let me see. I'll check. See. All right, I'm checking to see if I get your message. No, I don't think I got it yet. Jason says, oh, wait, yes, wait a minute. Hey, Sean, Bronco, accept. Hey, Sean, it's Bronco trying to put the link right here. There's just some people in the chat room I don't want having my email. Okay, sorry about that. I'll say you're iced tea from Leprechaun in the Hood. I love the Leprechauns. They're funny as shit. Aha, Bronco Buster. Movie Masker says Bronco Buster. Bronco doesn't want to be Buster Rhymes. I don't think anybody wants to be Buster Rhymes. Movie Masker says Leprechaun. Movie Masker, not sure if you reviewed it yet, but have you seen Deathgasm? Metal and horror combined. No, I heard about it, but I haven't seen it. I did see that one. What was the name of it? That kind of mixed metal and horror. It was what was the name of it? I can't remember the name of it. I'll get back to you on that later if I remember the name of that movie. Hey, Andrew. Oh, shit, we got Andrew Bellina in the house. What's up, dude? Welcome to the Horror Corner. Andrew, I just tagged you in the video I did today, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre tag. Check that one out. And that was created by Movie Freak. Look at this. We got the Devil's Candy. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Andrew Bellina. That's the one I was thinking of. I did see that one, Movie Massacre. And that one had a lot of metal in there, you know. That was a pretty good movie. That's what I was watching on Netflix the other day. Andrew Bellina says Deathgasm is amazing. Bronco Juggalo. So Random Matt says, hey, Andrew Bellina. Movie Masker says, I watched Devil's Candy a while back. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, Deathgasm is on Netflix too. Bronco Juggalo says, I haven't. All right, I guess I better check that out too. Horrific Nightmare says, I talked to Nick. He's eating dinner with the family. Okay. Andrew Blaine says, I'm sorry, but apart from a few movies, I'm not a fan of the TCM franchise. Oh, well, to each their own, I guess. You know, it's all good. Well, technically, really, I only like the first two, if you want to get technical, that I really like. Movie Massacre says, be awesome for all of us to go to a horror con together. But you know, there's that thing called money. Yeah. Yes, there is that thing called money. That is a problem. Bronco Juggalo said, didn't we just do a TCM tag? Yeah, I created one called the Leatherface tag a while back. But I kind of left. The reason I called it the Leatherface tag is so someone else could do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre tag if they wanted to, and my friend the movie freak did so. And his questions are a lot different, so check that out. His questions were a lot different than mine, which makes it interesting. But guys, check out Movie Freak because he's really good. He's really knowledgeable on the horror genre, and he's really good. Let's see, we got a newbie here, the legendary Blue Gamer. Can I join your Google Hangouts panel? Bronco June. Well, I haven't figured it out yet, so. Andrew, do the tag anyway. Did it like I did the Jeeper Creeper tag and just have fun with it and make fun of it. Yeah, that's right. When Bronco Juggalo did the Jeepers Creepers tag, even though he's not a fan of the franchise. And he kind of just ran with it. He had fun with it anyway. Horrific Nightmare says, I wish we could all do that, Rich. Andrew Bolina says, I only loved the original and the beginning, and I thought TC 3D and the Leatherface. Well, good. Well, don't you think that's enough to do? The new Leatherface movie is the best in the entire franchise. Wow. Really? That is a bold statement, brother. Movie Massacre says, me too, Jason. It was a blast. I may have to do the TCM tag video random. Well, you tagged in it. Let's see if you can paste the Google Hangout link here. All right, I'll try that. I just got your message, Bronco. Let's see if I can control. Okay. All right, I'm trying that now, Bronco. Yeah, we got to be able to figure out this thing with this joining in on the Google Hangouts because we're going to be doing that Sunday, so it'd be nice to like figure it out. Let's see. All right, well, I'm going to try and come on. Paste the link. Okay. Enter. All right, so I just posted the link, dude. Let's see what happens. We're really shooting off the cuff here, aren't we? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I just screwed up the page, didn't I? All right, man. So we'll see what happens. I just sent you the link, Bronco. Oh, we got the last two guys are in here. Only available for a few minutes. Just got back from a day away with the family and doing dinner. Bedtime soon, but wanted to check in. Thank you for joining us, last shoegazer Nick. I appreciate that. So Bronco Juggalo said, I like the original, but I don't think it's the great movie that everybody thinks it is. I think the remake was better and really love this new Leatherface. So yeah, Bronco says that he doesn't think the original is the classic that everyone thinks it is. I have to disagree with that. I mean, I think it is a masterpiece, and I like it way better than any of the others. To me, that's one of the greatest horror films of all time, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So Horrific Nightmare says, awesome, brother. No way, Bronco. I might have to unsub you. Yeah. I can't believe you think that, man. Oh, we're gonna have to talk about this on the Google Hat Sunday. We're gonna have to have it out. I can't believe you like the remake better than the original. Horrific Nightmare says, I love the original and I also like Leatherface. Yeah, I liked it. Okay. None of you guys got love for part 2, huh? I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. You guys don't care for that, huh? I thought it was amazing. And it plays some homage to the... Oh,
Sean?
what's that Bronco in here?
What's up, brother?
How you doing? Oh, I
Can
can
you hear
hear
me?
you. Yeah, I can hear you. I see you. I see you too.
Can you hear me?
Yep. What's up?
Cool. Not much, brother. What are you up to?
Wow, this is awesome, huh? This is how you do it, huh?
Yep, pretty much.
Did you ever
I'm gonna
do this
set my.
before?
Yeah, I've done a few Juggalo podcasts like this.
With the other Juggalo fans?
With the guys over at Tales from the Lotus podcast. They're really cool guys.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thanks for joining me in the chat.
It's a lot quicker than trying to type.
Yeah, that's true. So we got Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies joining us here at the Horror Corner on the live horror stream part 3. Welcome, Bronco Juggalo, to the show.
It's an honor to be here, brother.
Thank you.
As soon as I get my tripod set up, I'll stop shaking.
So are you excited for the show Sunday?
Definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
It's going to be really awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see people's thoughts and actually talk with each other like we're doing now.
It's going to be really cool to talk to Lisa and Random as well, because they're
Yeah,
all the way on the
definitely.
other side of the pond, you know?
Well, Mr. Movie Massacre said he might end up joining us. If
That'd be
he can
awesome.
get his stuff together.
I really hope you
So
can,
you were
Rich.
saying about you don't feel that the original Texas Chainsaw is really a classic, huh?
I get why people think it is,
Yeah.
but maybe it's because I didn't see it till later
Mm-hmm.
that I just don't think it's the greatest movie. It's a good movie, but it's not scary to me.
Well, it doesn't have obviously the brutal gore effects like today. There's actually barely any blood in the movie.
Right?
So in
Which
that
that
sense, I
works.
suppose it doesn't hold up to today's standards after you
I think
know,
I think for me a big part of it was that a lot of the film was done during the day, and I just
yeah,
felt bad for little, you know.
that's true. Uh, I just saw the one that you recommended, and I think you did a review on the other day called Terrifier. What'd you think of that? The one with the evil clown dude? Art the Clown?
Terrifier is man, Terrifier, that's something else. I
Yeah,
still have not decided if that's good or not.
that's certainly brutal. Oh
It's
my god,
very
with the
brutal.
one girl hanging up on the thing with the
Hmm.
hacksaw. Oh my god.
Very
I don't
brutal,
think I've
very
ever seen,
disturbing.
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything that graphic.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as I watched on the left. I was like, everybody talks about how graphic this movie is, but it's really not.
You think it's not?
The last house on the left, no.
You mean like the
Terrifier,
original
yes.
Last House on the Left?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
It's not as graphic as people say it is. Terrifier is graphic.
Oh yeah. It sure
Have you
is.
seen the first two? Because
I
Terrifier is
saw
actually the
the
third movie.
what was the name of that one with
All Hallows
Art
Eve.
the Clown? That
Yeah, the first two movies are All
quite.
Hallows Eve 1 and 2.
There's two of them.
Yeah, there's two anthology films.
Uh,
I've got them both. I found them on eBay.
there's so many of those clown killer movies, though. But I'd say that was one of the better ones.
Right. The
Like
one
the
thing about
one
doing
called
these
what?
sorry sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's what I was going to say is the one thing about doing these chats I always forget is you can't talk as soon as you get asked a question. You have to wait a second for it to loop so you can respond.
Sorry, I'm new to this. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why I'm
Hey,
doing this right now.
it works. I can't see the chat though now because I'm using my phone. So,
I'm using the phone to look at the chat. Last shoegazer just said, I agree, Andrew. I think the greediness and intensity is what grips me. It's nightmarish. He's talking about the movie Gutter Balls, and I don't know what that is.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh no, wait, Horrific Nightmares said All Hallows Eve.
I'm going to pull up the chat on my laptop. I still do this whole YouTube thing very ghetto style.
Yeah. For some reason, I can't come up with the chat when I'm watching, like on my laptop. I can see it on my phone, but I can't see it on my computer.
Huh.
I don't know why.
Maybe it's because you use the computer to originate it.
Maybe. Horrific Nightmares asks, how do I get in there? Well, it worked for
Do this.
you.
Yeah, do the same thing you did with me. Send him that link,
Send
and he
them the
has to
link.
have the he has to have the Google Hangouts installed. But once it's
Yeah.
installed, all he has to do is hit the accept invite.
Well, let me try that then. Let me see if that works. Well, it worked for you. All right. So let me go to Facebook and Jason. Paste. All right. I just did it. So, Jason, I just sent you the link. So maybe you can try and join us. So get in on the chat, brother.
Hey, bro, I see you passed 200 subscribers not to go. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. As of today, 210. Take a while to catch up to you, though. You're doing real good with that.
Mine says you got 211.
Yeah.
I'm definitely trying, though. I want to get to 300
So where you
soon.
at now?
251, I think. I just lost one.
What'd you do? Just scare him away?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if it's a compliment or not, but people have told me that they like my channel because I'm like the realist that they talk to or that talks. And I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. Uh, I just don't know. Sometimes maybe that can turn people off, you know?
Yeah, but I think that's good. It should be that way, you know. You that's what it's about, man. You're giving your opinion, you know. I like it, honest opinion. you know?
Right.
You can't expect everybody to love everything, you know? Come on.
My
Sometimes,
only thing is is when people give a thumbs down or they unsubscribe to you, I wish they would just tell you why. So that way you could, if you have to, you can adjust things or you can do whatever, or you can just be like, okay, whatever.
Random Matches said, I love your Friday 13th videos. Yeah, I haven't watched the last one you just did yet. I'm looking forward to that, though.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. Yeah, I noticed you haven't watched yet. You usually comment.
I will. I'm on it. I
Hey, it's no
love
rush, brother. You got to see what I got Bill for his birthday.
I really enjoyed when you did the outtakes too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did that again on this one.
Nice.
I got the chat up finally.
You did?
Yeah. Andrew
When?
said you got to be real.
Yeah. I hate fake people and BS. Yep. We got no room for BS in here.
Yeah. Most of those outtakes I did were uh just I cut because of time. It's because I went off on rants or whatever. But the last one is one where like Bill couldn't remember what he was going to talk about, so he had to pull out his notes and check everything out. So we just stopped and we just started talking about something completely different, and it actually was pretty funny.
Nice.
So Sean, you live up in Massachusetts. How far away are you from like Jason? Isn't he in Maryland or Massachusetts?
I think he's in Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's closer to Nick, the last shoegazer.
I feel like the odd man out. I'm the only one down here in the Southwest.
What state are you in?
New
Oh,
Mexico.
Must be Denver, right?
No, I'm in New Mexico.
Oh, I figure where
Yeah,
you're a Broncos fan.
I'm from Denver, definitely, but I live in New Mexico.
Wow, you're way out there.
Yeah.
I did meet Dave Maggot at the horror convention.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah,
That's that's one thing that I want to do is one of these days I'd like to get to meet some of you guys in person.
that would be awesome. You could make all kinds of cool videos.
That
Would it
would be
be
dope.
cool to do a group like review or something?
Yeah.
Be like Siskel and Ebert or something.
Right.
So, tell me, what have you seen? Any? Did you see the Meg?
I have not seen the Meg yet. I live about 30 miles outside of Albuquerque, so it's hard for me to get in all the time to see movies. But I did just join that Cinemark movie club, so hopefully I'll get to see more and more often.
I saw Lisa Loves watched it today. So I hope she does a review on it. I like to hear about it. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually have that book. I read it when I was a teenager. I loved that book. And it says right on the cover, major motion picture coming soon. It only took them 25 more years to do the movie, but I've been wanting to see it for a while.
Looks like it has some pretty awesome effects with the shark.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Hey, Andrew, I completely agree with you, bro.
I've totally lost touch with the chat. I don't know what's going on.
Sometimes it goes by kind of fast.
Are either of you going to see Summer of '84? What's that? Says Andrew Bellina.
I don't think I've heard of that one, Andrew.
Is that some kind of '80s throwback thing? Like the one with John Cusack there?
It seems like everything these days is 80s throwback.
That's because '80s is the best time ever for movies.
It was. The 80s was a lot of fun. I
The
was a kid in the
music,
80s.
great time.
Yep. Hey, you're into heavy metal, aren't you? You love metal.
Yes, I do. Certainly do.
Do you like Lordy?
Yes, I have seen them. They wear the crazy outfits like gore kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Their music's a lot more serious, though, in my opinion. I love Guar too, though. Don't get me wrong. Um, they actually have a horror movie out. It's a really good one too. It's called Dark Floors.
Wow, they made a movie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
it's like
remember
a real.
Guar.
It's a. Go ahead, brother.
Jason said send me an invite. I thought I did though. Yeah, I did send it. You didn't get it, Jason?
Hey, Rich, welcome back.
Oh, he's back. I didn't know his name was Rich till today, till you guys said it.
Right. And I'm sorry. By the way, stop saying my email online.
All right.
Oh,
My bad.
it's all good. Dude, it's so funny. I'm looking at you live on the camera, but then I look down at the computer and it's delayed by like 2 minutes.
Yeah, but she seemed to hear as I'm talking.
Oh no, I got the computer on mute. I'm just using it for the chat.
Uh, I see. Movie Massacre says, sorry, gentlemen, my phone died. Just called Lisa and sent her a message to head on over if she's free. My signal isn't too good as my phone is on charge, so I'll be in and out due to buffering. Oh, we might even get Lisa up in here. So, Bronco, Andrew Bellina says, what's your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie is the 1978 Halloween. That's my favorite of all time. It
Well,
is
that's
everything
one
I,
we agree on 100%.
to me, that is everything a horror movie should be. And the slasher genre is my favorite genre. I think that those are the scariest, best films, with the exception maybe of like The Conjuring. That one freaks me the fuck out, but I love it.
I saw that recently on Netflix. I really enjoy it. It is very scary.
I think what bothers me so much about it, it's not that it scares me, it's that I believe in that kind of stuff. And so it's very freaky to me.
Movie Massacre says if you guys will be in about 45 minutes, I'll try and join the hangout. Cool.
Hey, Jason, I don't think I can send it. I think Sean has to send it.
I'll try it again. I did send it already. All right, I'll try it again.
What he sent, the link goes to the Google Hangouts website, and you may have to download the link or you may have to download the Google Hangouts app. But then once it's in, go up to the little he won't see anything. Go up to the little menu icon in the corner, hit it, and hit the invites button, and you'll see Sean.
So I just sent it again.
Rich, you know my feelings on Resurrection.
we were just making fun of that earlier.
If you saw that or that Nightmare on Elm Street review I did, and then when I talked, or no, not that video, the video where I talk about the Halloween timeline, and I pull the Michael Myers head off my shelf and talk to it. I told it, hey, at least I didn't get my ass kicked by Busta Rhymes. And I know I'm just trying to be funny and make a joke there, but I love making fun of that part.
I just think Resurrection is so freaking cheesy when they're in the household, the Myers house, and they set up all the fake cheesy booby traps. I'm like, come on, what is this?
You know what I blame for Resurrection? I blame the Blair Witch Project and all of those found footage movies.
Yeah, absolutely. All this found Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity and all that shit.
Would you like to come say hi? My wife is right behind the camera. I'm trying to get her to come say hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Sean says hello.
Movie Massacre says you and Bill are such a good team.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello.
I'm Sean.
I don't know if he can hear you. This is Danny. She didn't want to come out because she's not dressed or makeuped or nothing like that.
I saw you guys on the video when you went to the Comic-Con with your daughter and your wife.
Yeah,
cool.
She's on that video. She's on a couple of my videos.
So I think it's great that you support your husband doing this venture into the YouTube world.
Yeah, she's really supportive. She just had to go and check on the girls.
We got Phil's creepy videos in the chat. Movie Massacre says, I try not to let the timelines and Halloween ruin it for me. I think of it as that we're spoiled, and like comic book, we have different versions of the movie. What do you think about that?
Sorry, I got distracted. I was looking up above the camera. Let me read it real quick. I didn't hear what you said. The timelines, honestly, bro, I'm not just trying to promote my own shit here, but if you watch my video where I talk about the timeline, I actually illustrate and go year by year on how the entire franchise, the original franchise, with the exception of part 3, can run as one timeline.
I suppose you could connect it that way, yeah.
Yeah, I've always thought that the timeline works. You just have to have a little bit of imagination. Basically, the way I look at it is everything from 1 through 5 happened, 1 through 6, at the exact same time as 1 through 6, or as 4. They actually had another child. They had a baby, and that baby was John. And John grew up not knowing his sister. When they found out about what happened to crap, I just forgot her name. Danielle Harris's character.
Jamie Lloyd.
Jamie. When they found out about what happened to Jamie, that's when the husband leaves her because she's so distraught over everything and he can't take the guilt anymore. That's when the husband leaves her and she starts drinking. And I've always felt that you can use the entire thing in one timeline with just a little bit of imagination. And it makes it more enjoyable for me.
Oh, we got HoRRoRDIgEsT joining the chat. What's up, man? He says, I can't wait for our stream. Yeah, me too. That's why I'm doing this right now, to kind of warm up for that. And it seems to work pretty good so far. I got Bronco Juggalo in here on the chat.
I agree, Rich. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait till the 19th so we can do it.
To add to what you were saying, Bronco, I felt that it would have been so cool if they had Danielle Harris in the new movie. And then she could actually be Laurie's daughter, and it would you wouldn't have to actually explain how it connects, but I think it would have worked and the fans would have really loved that, you know.
I agree. I definitely wouldn't have minded seeing her in the new film. She is getting older though, but I swear that girl could play a teenager the rest of her life, it seems like.
She's easy on the eyes.
Definitely. I mean, I think one of my biggest issues with, well, I have a lot of issues with the Rob Zombie films, but in the second one, you finally, I mean, I didn't like the way Danielle Harris's character was so trashy. Same thing with Laurie. I thought they were both complete trash, and I didn't like that at all. Laurie was supposed to be an innocent type of girl, you know? And Danielle Harris.
Yeah, especially the language, like, you know, that part where Laurie first finds out that she's his sister, and she's like, like,
right.
Is that necessary?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know me, I don't shy away from cursing, but it's not supposed to be that way with certain people. And Zombie, for whatever reason, feels that every single one of his movies needs to have the F bomb about 5 billion times.
Yeah, especially Rob Zombie, though he really emphasized on the language part, and that's kind of annoys me sometimes because I've never been around people that curse that much.
I probably have a problem with cursing. I've always cursed a lot ever since I was younger. It was just kind of normal speaking for me, unless I was around my grandmother or my mother or something.
Movie Massacre says, I better head in. I have my phone plugged into an extension cable so I can go out and get a signal. But it started to rain hard. I'll head on in so I don't get electrocuted. Yeah, it's not worth your life, man.
Yeah, we don't want you to get electrocuted, bro. But if you do, at least get it on camera.
Wasn't that in one of his videos? He got electrocuted himself. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how he did that.
He's great with those effects. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I've been trying to learn how to do more and more editing. I was stoked that I can now put clips in my videos.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the Stone Age when it comes to that. I'm waiting for Christmas so I can get an editing program, like software, you know.
Yeah, I'm still editing on KindMaster, which is just a mobile editing app that I have.
What would you suggest for a good program to use for editing and graphics and stuff?
I honestly don't know, brother. I'm still learning as I go too. I've got KindMaster. I really like it, but it's not in depth. I can't like modulate or take out background noise, things like that. It's one of those that's supposed to be easy to use. So
I'll have to try something like that. So Andrew Bellina says Rob Zombie's biggest downfall with his movie making, he has the same sort of characters and dialogue in all of his hits, and he needs to get away from that if he wants to evolve.
I mean, if he's just going to do his movies like the House of a Thousand Corpses movies, then it's fine. But if he wants to tackle other projects, most definitely.
Yeah, I feel like someone else should do his dialogue writing, because I think that's the biggest problem. Like the dialogue is terrible, and like the Halloweens and even the Devil's Rejects, which is I would say is his best film. But if someone else wrote it, it would have been great.
My buddy was just doing a live chat stream, and he's like, "Hey, can I get you in here so we can practice for the upcoming one?" I was like, "Sure." You were asleep, so. Yeah, definitely. And sorry, that was my kid. I I really enjoy his. I enjoy the Devil's Rejects films. I enjoyed 31. Lords of Salem was just boring, and the Halloweens are just terrible. It's very hit and miss with me how he is as a director.
HoRRoRDIgEST says, "All right, guys, I'll see you on the 19th. Take care." See you on the 19th, buddy. I look forward to it.
Definitely, bro. Can't wait to see you there.
Movie Massacre says later, Jason, I'll head on back when it stops. At least we saw Danielle's titties. Let's not get lewd in here.
Hey, you didn't see my wife's titties. What are you talking about?
I think she's talking about Danielle Harris.
I know. I was kidding.
Andrew Bellina says, I actually watched Devil's Rejects for the first time a few weeks ago and couldn't even finish it. His movies are all the same, and I only like the Howling remake from him.
Oh, bro, you have to see the rest of that movie. I can't stand the Halloween remake. I absolutely hate it, but Devil's Rejects, it's very cool. By the end of the film, you're actually rooting for the bad guys because, and I think it's amazing the way he does it. It shows that he does have some directing chops. He uses a long shot and a piece of music, which is Freebird. And those two elements just, I was sitting there going, please let him get through. Don't let him die.
I'll say one thing I loved about the movie is William Forsythe's character when he played the sheriff. And he's like so crazy that about getting this family, putting them away, that he's almost as crazy as they are. And at one point, he actually kills the mother.
Right. I love him, dude. He's the obsessed Elvis fan. I love that because I'm a huge Elvis fan.
Oh, you got love for the king, huh? I love Elvis too, man.
They actually did a similar character to him in that new Leatherface movie. Uh, the sheriff character in that one was kind of the same. So bent on revenge that he would cross the line.
That was Stephen Dorff, wasn't it?
Yeah, Stephen Dorff.
Random Matt says I'm not a fan of zombies Halloween films.
Babe, take that basket and stuff out there, please. Miranda, take the puppy back to the bathroom.
Andrew Bellina says, I gotta go. See you later. So see you later, Andrew. Thanks for joining us here at the Horror Corner.
Later, Andrew.
This is so fun. Like, I've never done anything like this before.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and I'm trying to not talk so much so you can talk more. I don't want to take away your chat, but I have a tendency to run off at the mouth sometimes.
Dude, I have no ego to bruise here. Movie Massacre says I cuss a ton in my videos simply due to it being adult content anyways, but in person I very rarely swear. I like when he goes, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I like that. I really loved it when he started naming all the different things for penises. That was funny.
He's a funny bastard.
Yeah, he is.
Trying to keep up with the chat here. I'm losing everybody. So I was gonna ask you, Bronco, about how where you're a big juggalo. Have you ever gone to one of those things they do, the gathering of the juggalos?
Unfortunately, I've never been able to make it to a gathering. I've made it to some of the other big events they do. I was at the first Hatchet Attacks. I've done Hallowicked once. That's the big thing they do every Halloween. But I've never been able to make it to the gathering, unfortunately. And I've actually been a juggalo since '94. So I've seen every one of them. I just haven't been to any. That's my goal right now, is to finally make it to a gathering one day. And this upcoming one is the 20th one.
Well, it's crazy to think about how long they've been around.
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of the soundtrack to my life, so to speak. At least when I became more aware and started getting my own tastes, not just what other people liked. But like I grew up on heavy metal and rock and roll, classic rock. And then I discovered ICP through my stepbrother, and I just was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing. These guys are so awesome. They're funny. They're talking about stuff that I've never heard before in music." And I loved rap at the time. I was really into gangster rap and stuff because of my, I don't know, just the way I grew up and the people I grew up around, because I came from a very broken home and broken area. And we were raised in a very poor, we lived in a very poor area. And, I had a lot of gangs and stuff around me. And so the people that I grew up with were all into rap. So I got into rap. And when I found these guys, I was like, oh man, this is like the best of both worlds, because they also mix some metal in there too, and they're just fun and they're hilarious and they're original. There was nothing else like that at the time.
They certainly use the metal aspect in Piggy Pie. Remember that song?
Yep. In the I just forgot. Let's in the Halls of Illusions video. It's actually Slash playing guitar on that song.
Oh wow, they actually got him. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then the most people that aren't juggalos, like one or two of their albums, The Great Malenko was like their big breakout one back in '97. It got like went huge and everything, and all the mainstream people came in for a while. But Alice Cooper does the intro on that album. It's really wicked sounding.
Cool. Random Matt says, "What is a juggalo?" Why don't you explain that to him?
He's probably asking sarcastically, so to speak, because there's a song actually they have called "What Is a Juggalo," where they can't define it. And that's really what it is. The only thing a juggalo really is a fan of ICP. But the meaning of the word juggalo, as in the subculture of juggalo, is juggalos are people that, for the most, not, and I'm not saying everybody is. For the most part, we have all one common bond, and that's the music. But we come from all different walks of life, different backgrounds, different raisings, different ethnicities, and we just, for the most part, we're very open to other people and we're accepting of other people. Now, there are some things that we all have our issues with. There's certain things we like and don't like, but like I have certain issues because of my beliefs, my religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, whatever you want to call them. And it makes a certain thing that some people do to me not an okay thing. But it doesn't bother me that they do it, and I don't treat them any different. I have lots of friends that do it. But like that's how I am. I don't judge anybody. Everybody's the same to me. We're all the same. And that's what most juggalos are. We don't we most of us, at least the majority of us, we don't judge each other. And for the last 10 years we've been getting a really bad rap. I mean, we were even put on the FBI gang list.
I saw when they were at in Washington D.C. doing the march about that.
Yeah. And that's something else too, is everybody else that wasn't involved in that or knew why we were marching thought it was this big anti-Trump movement, an anti-Nazi movement. It had nothing to do with them at all. Absolutely nothing. It had to do with the fact that we were labeled as a gang unjustly. And I mean, when you're being told that you're now a criminal right up there with MS-13, that's pretty hardcore for some people. I mean, there are Juggalo gang members. There are a lot of Juggalo gang members. I've actually been a gang member since I was 14 years old, but it's not a Juggalo gang. There's no such thing as Juggalo gang. I mean, you got some people that have put together what they call their own little Juggalo gangs, but those are just people being stupid.
Yeah, certainly ICP never set out for their fans to be youngsters, I'm sure.
Oh, I don't know. That's a life I gladly left behind years ago.
I knew someone who was in a gang with quite a crazy life.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty bad. When you get to watch your best friend get shot and killed in front of you and you have his brain matter on your hands and your face, it's not a lot of fun.
Oh, sorry to hear that. It's horrible.
It was a long time ago. It was when I was like 17 years old. It was a drive-by shooting in our neighborhood, and it was just it happens. But
So you've been able to move on from it?
oh yeah, a long time ago. The biggest thing was that I had to get away from it. I got myself up and left and just never looked back. And all the trouble that I was in was when I was technically still a minor. I did go to jail for about 6 months around Christmas on my 18th birthday. But because I was already a minor on probation, they wrapped my record. So I've actually worked for the federal government. Uh, Not this last 5 years. This last 5 years I've been in finance, but the previous 15 years before that, almost 15 years, about 13 years, I was in law enforcement.
Why are you on the other end of the spectrum?
Yeah, and it's nothing I ever expected to do. I moved to the town where I lived at, and that was the best paying job, so that's what I went and did. So it's just been very. But the thing about juggalos is most juggalos are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and they really do get a bad rap, by the media and by people in general. Can we get a little crazy? Sure, but who can't? I've seen, juggalo shows are crazy. You want to see a cool mosh pit or a big mosh pit, go to an ICP show. ICP can teach heavy metal acts how to mosh.
I've been to quite a few metal shows where I've gotten battered and bruised in my early days. Like Slayer.
Yeah,
Slayer show.
Yeah, I'm getting a little old for that myself, and my back don't hold up anymore. So I usually watch from the bar area, unless it's one of those big arena shows. Then I just kind of chill.
Yeah, I'm the old guy in the back going like this now.
Yeah, that's me too.
Perfect Nightmares Jam says I like most music. I'm not a big fan of country.
I can do country if it's like pre 1994. Like the only one around the 90s I really like is like Garth Brooks and some of Tim McGraw. And that's only because of my mom's influence, I think. But Garth Brooks is just one hell of a showman. If you ever get a chance to see him live, that is a show. Whether you like country or not, it's like watching Kiss, I mean, just huge fireworks and explosions, and it's pretty cool.
I have seen him in concert, like on the video, and yeah, he puts on quite a show.
I like old stuff. I love Hank Williams Jr. I always thought Hank Williams would have been a perfect metalhead if he would have been born like 20 years later.
He does seem like a kind of a wild man. Horrific Nightmares says, being a musician, I have to play most forms of music.
Definitely. I've noticed that a few of us are musicians. We should start a band.
How about Juggalo Nightmares?
We can all YouTube our parts in, and then we'll edit it all together. Because I know, I think Jason, you said you play guitar. I think Hellhound plays the guitar, and so does Movie Massacre. I play drums, and I can rap.
There's another guy I just became friends with on YouTube, Movie Freak. He plays guitar too. I saw his video. He was playing like ripping dime bag stuff.
Hey, are you a fan of Nirvana?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can't deny the impact they made. It was like the Beatles almost. It was so massive how they changed the face of music. You can't deny it.
Right. I like Nirvana, but I'm not the biggest person into grunge. But there's a very awesome video on YouTube, and it's like 4,000 musicians or something play 4,000 musicians play Teen Spirit all at the same time in the same place. And it is just one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Sounds like fun. Almost like when Metallica did that thing at the Big Four when they played with all the members of Megadeth and Slayer and all of them in one song.
Yeah, that's a once in a lifetime thing, seeing as how Dave Mustaine and Metallica can't get along.
Still to this day, they have problems. Like they just had problems with they were gonna Metallica wanted to release their original demo tape, and he was like, "Fuck that! I'm not giving Lars credit for my songs that I wrote.
Yeah, it really is sad, man. And there's actually something similar going on in the Juggalo world right now, where Twisted, which was like ICP's right hand group for years and years and years, them and ICP are fighting, and that's split the entire Juggalo community into two halves. And it's really just really fucked things up. And I hate it when that happens with musicians. They need to realize that it's about the music. And I guess when you got those giant egos, it's hard to pull them out of there.
Yeah, I actually did hear about that. That is a shame. Yeah, they've been friends so long.
You know, and the ones that really get hurt are the fans. We're the ones that suffer from it, even though they say they don't want anybody to hurt from it. We're the ones that are missing out because so much good music that could have been.
I know sometimes I just imagine what Metallica would have been like if Dave Mustaine never left. Can you imagine like the stuff they would have came out with?
Then the Dave Mustaine story, that's almost sad because, and I really like Megadeth. I love Megadeth, but it seems like they're always that one step behind. Every album they put out gets overshadowed by the Metallica album that comes out. You know,
Every time, even the latest one.
yeah. I mean, I remember when Countdown to Extinction came out. That was like, that's their, and here it is. I'm comparing it already. That's their Black album, basically. And it got overshadowed by the Black album.
Yeah, and it seemed like it was going to be a huge album for them because they were really starting to get on mainstream MTV and stuff. And then once Enter Sandman came out, whoosh,
Oh, I
gone.
know. Enter Sandman and then Unforgiven 2. It was just like, okay, might as well just give up, you know?
It's true. It really is. It's like the curse of Metallica.
And then when they did Cryptic Writings, here came Reload and Memory Remains hit the airwaves, you know?
Yeah, they just can't win, but at least they finally did get a Grammy last year.
Yeah. So what's the next video you working on, brother?
Well, I just did one today, the Texas Chainsaw tag. I think you said something about that already.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was a good one. I was planning on doing a video later. I don't know if I was thinking about doing one anyways. I was going to do another one of my B movie series. I found a very, very terrible B movie that I want to review.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, it is bad, 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 bad. Like the special effects, dialogue, everything is terrible. But it's if you take it in the right light and just make fun of it the whole time, it's a blast.
Horrific Nightmare says, I love Jeff Tate and Queensryche. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, Queensryche is awesome. I was never the biggest Queensryche fan, but they're awesome.
I saw when you did the horror and metal tag, you were talking about like Motley Crue and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Motley Crue and Skid Row and Guns N' Roses were all mislabeled as hair metal. They are hair bands, glam rock. Those guys were not. Motley Crue wore the makeup, but their music was nothing glamorous about their music.
Yeah, especially their first couple albums, like the Too Fast for Love and Shout at the Devil, were very heavy.
Yeah. And then going into the early 90s, or maybe it was the very late 80s, 89 maybe, Dr. Feelgood. And I mean, I haven't heard a more drug-fueled album in years since that one.
Yeah, it did seem like they got back to the metal with that album, but I have to say the previous couple, you have to admit, were a little glammy, like girls, girls, girls. And
They it got a little their videos, yes, but I mean, let's be honest. I mean, come on, all of us, if we were that age and single in Hollywood, they were all looking to get laid, and that's how they got laid. And I would have done the same thing.
once I went to Vince Neil's solo show in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and you know how they talk about that in the girls, girls video, the dollhouse in Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
And so I saw him in Lauderdale, and you should have seen the women in that place.
Were they like the Tuesday, Saturday afternoon special, or
They look like all the girls you see in the White Snake video, the girls crawling on the hood.
really? Wow.
Like,
Hey, bro, give me
super.
just a second. I gotta run out real quick. Give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Sure, take your time. Okay, guys, Random Matt says he's an Elvis fan too. All right, so we all like Elvis here. That's great to hear. Gotta love the king. I definitely grew up on Elvis. My mother listened to it all the time. I'm the youngest of my brothers, and they all listened to Elvis, and it just kind of fell in line, you know. I do love him though. And I think, honestly, as far as passion goes, like Elvis was incredible when he did the live shows, and I never saw anyone pour as much heart and soul into a performance as Elvis did in the live concerts. Like you see a sweat pouring off his head, and he's crying, and oh my god, it's so intense. Well, I think we've gotten away from the horror talk a little bit, on the music talk now. But I could talk about music all day, just like I can horror, really. Broncos back in the hizzy.
Sorry, bro.
Return of the Mac.
By the way, even if you're not a juggalo and you're not into that music, or whatever, if you like all this awesome gear I'm wearing, go check out my buddy Buckshot. He's awesome.
Is his clothes like inspired by them?
No, he's actually a rapper out of Kentucky, and he's in the underground rap scene, but he's not like assigned. Well, actually, technically, that's not true. He did just sign with one of the labels, but he just has some amazing stuff like this jersey and stuff. He has just amazing, cool stuff, and his music's awesome. He also has a lot of rock and southern rock influences.
Is he almost like a Kid Rock style, you know, like when he first came out kind of deal?
No, he was actually more really more hardcore gangster rap actually, but because he's from Kentucky in that southern area, you get some influences. He's got a really cool cover of "Don't Stop Believin'," and then he's also got him and his group have a good cover of "Simple Man," the Underground Avengers. They're both very very awesome. But
I
like
like
I said, even if you don't, yeah, even if you're not into the music, his merchandise is just awesome stuff. He has the coolest merchandise. Good prices too.
I like the name, the Underground Avengers.
Yeah, his group. They actually just got signed to Magic Ninja Entertainment, which is like the number two record label in the Juggalo world. But he owns his own record label where he does all his solo stuff called Mob Style Music.
Is that one of the guys you did reviews on? I know sometimes you do reviews of music.
No, I haven't done a review of any of his albums yet. I did do a review of the show they did in Fort Worth. I was down for that. I went down for that show in Texas. But yeah, he's actually a good friend of mine. He and I met before I knew he was like a rapper and stuff. I had no idea he was a rapper. And we met on Twitter, and I helped him get a hold of a CD, and I thought he was just a juggalo like me, I didn't know who he was. And he's like, I'll send you some of my stuff in return. I was like, what do you mean your stuff? He's like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper. And I was like, okay, whatever. Everybody thinks they're a rapper. I was like, okay, that's cool. And turns out he's been like a actual big name rapper for 20 years that I'd never heard of.
Some I write poetry, and a lot of times some of the ones that I've done could be construed as rap because they rhyme a lot. But I would never dream of trying to be a rapper.
Oh, come on, Sean, you would be awesome.
Well, I would never be able to remember all the lines. That's the problem. You really have to remember a lot of lines in those songs.
Well, write it down. It's just like with any other kind of music now. If you hear it more and more and more, you just remember it. I can't remember how many songs I've forgotten, not just in rap, but in all kinds of music.
Horrific Nightmares JM says he knows or knew the original drummer for Elvis. How about that?
Oh, that's awesome.
But he says he passed away a couple of months ago.
Oh, dude, that's so awesome. Well, not that he passed away, but
You like Elvis?
I love
I was
Elvis. So
saying,
are we asking Jason?
so I was saying when you left there for a minute about Elvis, how I grew up listening to Elvis because my mom did, and all my brothers did. And the one thing I always loved was like in his concerts how he poured his soul into like his performance. You see sweat pouring out of his forehead, and he's like crying.
Right. Uh, I of course, like anybody in America, I was aware of Elvis, but my mom likes a lot of Elvis stuff, especially the late '70s stuff. But where I was actually through the movies he did. I had a neighbor who loaned me like a VHS tape that had like six of his movies on it. Remember those long VHS tapes you could do?
Oh
And
my
I
god,
watched them, and
stuff like Viva Las Vegas and all that.
right, and I fell in love, man, with the movies, with him, with the music. The one that really got me was on "Girls, Girls, Girls," the song "Return to Sender,"
Oh, I
and
love that
I've been an
song.
Elvis fan ever since. Yeah. And I actually used to be able to do a really awesome Elvis impersonation. My father-in-law can do a really great Elvis, and then mid word during a song, he'll switch to Donald Duck, and it's hilarious.
You ever see that guy on YouTube, Steven Atkins? He does a lot of live stream stuff, and he plays guitar like really awesome, and he'll be like playing guitar, and he'll do Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice while he's doing it. I'll laugh my ass off.
No, I don't think I've seen him.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff with Queenie Todd and people like that. They live stream together like we're doing.
Oh, that's cool. And you said his name is Steve Adkins?
Yeah, he's really funny dude, but he plays awesome guitar, like really bluesy, and he'll be playing like the whole show, and just saying stupid stuff. And
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I love all kinds of music, man. I grew up listening to all kinds of different stuff. I always thought the weirdest combination though was my father. His two favorite groups in the world were Kiss and ABBA.
the two totally different styles of music.
Yeah, and when he was growing up as a teenager in the 70s, weren't like the metalheads of the Kiss fans and the disco fans like at war with each other? So I always thought it was weird that he liked those two the most.
They say what you want about ABBA. They're making bank with those Mamma Mia freaking movies.
Oh God. I saw they did a second one when I was at the movies the last time. I was like, are you kidding me? Speaking of which, did you see go ahead, brother.
Movie Massacre says, I'm back, gents.
What's going on, brother? My chat's a little slower, so I'm getting it a little later.
What were you gonna say there?
Did you see the new Ant-Man and the Wasp?
No, I haven't. How is it?
I really liked it. I actually liked it more than Infinity Wars. I thought it was a better movie.
Better than Infinity War.
Yeah, I know. I always have the more controversial opinion. But Infinity War really, I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it, but there was just a lot in it that just bothered me. It really bugged me.
Like
Not just as
what?
a comic book. Okay, like the ending, all right? The how they killed off everybody, which you know they're going to reverse all that in the next one. Yeah, spoiler. Sorry. But what bothered me about it was like they had already announced that they were doing Spider-Man 2, they were doing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they were doing all these films, and they were originally supposed to come out before Infinity Wars 2. Now that this has happened, everything has to be put on hold so they can resolve Infinity Wars. So it gave away the fact that one, we know they're come back. So that just totally took away from the gravity situation. And I also didn't like what they did with Hulk. Hulk should not be afraid of Thanos. I thought that was the dumbest point ever because in the comics, Hulk kicks Thanos' butt repeatedly.
That's a good point. I didn't like the Hulk in that movie, I have to admit. And I don't like the way that he portrayed him either. He seems like he's getting kind of goofy. I don't know if you noticed that in the last Thor movie as well.
I noticed it. They kind of what they did with that one is they kind of took from a couple different stories. They took from the World War Hulk and Planet Hulk stories and used the Hulk from that. And I wish they would have gone a little more in depth with that because those were awesome books. And like that's something else that bothered me about Infinity Wars. And once again, this is a spoiler, so if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. But the very beginning of the movie, when Thanos kills everybody on Thor's ship, including all Hulk's people that were with him from the planet, the other gladiators, those guys should have been able to kick his rear. With all of them put together, they should have been able to kick Thanos' rear. And everything was just done so easy. He got what he wanted too easily.
Yeah, because at that point, didn't he only have like one of the stones?
Right. He had one. And it seemed like he got all the rest of them like that. I mean, I get it's only a 2.5 hour long movie, but you know, I think it should have been built up a little more. But yeah, I don't, and I think the Ant-Man and the Wasp was getting us kind of a bad rap because of Infinity War. People are like, "Oh, Infinity War is so much better." Well, you got to. They're two totally different stories, and one is a small story, whereas one is a gigantic story. But because now that people have gotten that gigantic story, they want that gigantic story. So the small story isn't going to satisfy them.
Yeah, I guess I suppose it would spoil at this point. They're not gonna want to see the smaller stories as much, like the Spider-Man Homecoming was real small.
Right, very urban.
What did you think of that one?
Uh, I liked it. It was a good Spider-Man movie. I don't know how well I liked the way they portrayed Peter Parker. I thought Peter was not, and I'm not saying the actor was bad, but maybe the way he was written, and some of the things he was doing, I thought that the Tobey Maguire movies were much better as far as that goes.
I have to say, when it comes to Spider-Man, I feel like he needs to grow up. Like, they keep going back to him being a kid, and I'm kind of getting tired of that. I want to see him be a man.
Yeah, they keep doing the origin story over and over again, and I don't get that because if you look at most of the books and stuff, he's an adult, and most of them. It's like the new Venom movie that's coming out. I'm probably the only person on the planet that thinks that movie is not going to be good.
I think that too, actually. I'm not too keen on it.
I don't like what they're doing with Venom. I get that they're going for the lethal protector storyline, but if they're also trying to mix it with his origin storyline, and you can't do the origin storyline, in my opinion, without Spider-Man. And his origins is he was a cold-blooded killer at first. He didn't become the whole lethal protector thing till later.
Yeah, exactly. He was like Spider-Man's worst enemy for a while.
Right. And they didn't do it very well in the third Sam Raimi film either. I think Venom is, and honestly, the CGI they're using to make like the Venom suit and all, I don't know if I'm a fan of it. I honestly would rather see an animated Venom movie. I think.
Yeah, it seems like there's too much CGI and it's not that great. I'd like to see Carnage in a movie. Like, that guy would be nuts. Like, just have a real dark Spider-Man movie with Carnage, like killing people and stuff.
Oh, I was gonna make it. Sorry, I was just talking to my wife. I apologize. She was asking me when I should start making dinner.
Movie Massacre says I enjoy listening to Johnny Cash. Hurt is such a powerful song. That was the remake of Nine Inch Nails, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails actually. Trent Reznor wrote that song. Funny thing about that is he said that when he finally heard Johnny sing it, he said it broke his heart so much. He felt that that's the missing piece. Like he wrote that song just for Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it's funny how that really was a hit for him too. Like, that was like his last major song, probably.
Yeah, before he died.
Anyway, I was gonna say, what do you think about them having like Carnage in a movie? Like how he's so psychotic, he's a murderer. That'd be pretty sick to see in like a Spider-Man movie.
Did you say Carnage movie? I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Carnage, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's going to probably depend on the success of this current film, the Venom film. I've heard that Carnage is going to be in it. I don't know if that's true or not, or just a rumor. But I would mind seeing Carnage. I like Carnage as far as a bad guy goes.
The thing is, it's hard to trust Sony at this point, where they screwed up the Spider-Man franchise before, and now they had to get with Marvel to do Homecoming and to get it right with that, but then now they're trying to rebrand their own Spider-Man spin-offs. I don't know.
Yeah, well, since Sony still owns the Spider-Man characters, uh, it's very difficult there. Um, I'm glad they got Spider-Man into the big Marvel verse. I would like to see. I don't know if I want to see the X-Men in there or not. That X-Men storyline and that franchise has gotten so convoluted that I just don't know. I'm probably once again the only person on the planet that doesn't like Old Man Logan all that much.
You mean the movie Logan or the comic book?
The movie, I didn't like it. I thought that because it's based on that Old Man Logan comic, but it's very loosely based. But what bothered me was he's not supposed to be able to die. Wolverine is practically an immortal. He shouldn't. And the way they came up with him dying with the whole adamantium poisoning, that's just dumb.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit much. It's like, come on, the guy's like indestructible.
He can survive a nuclear blast, but he can't survive the metal in his body.
You know what I loved in the comic is when he fought Magneto and Magneto ripped it right out of his body.
Right.
The adamantium.
Yeah, that was cool. I actually have that book. He's married to Jubilee in that storyline.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Movie Masker put that he's personally a huge Spice Girls fan. I don't think you're kidding, bro. I completely. I mean, you are English, and you Brits are just weird.
You gotta get with my friends.
Hey, Sean, what's the latest chat thing you got? Because I think mine's way behind. I'm not sure. They're still talking about Infinity Wars.
That's what I see too. I see that he was talking about Infinity War. I have no idea what kind of chat I have. I just Google chats. I don't know.
Right. Oh,
Dude, I'm lucky I was able to do this today. I'm surprised at myself.
well, I think it's awesome, bro. I have yet to do my own live yet. I thought about trying it, but I'm honestly kind of afraid nobody will tune in. So I've been too chicken to do it.
I'm sure they would. You got like 300 subscribers.
Yeah. The and thank you again for letting me be on.
Absolutely, I'm honored.
Oh, I'm definitely the honored one, brother. Uh, when I first decided to start doing this YouTube thing, it's because I had been watching other YouTubers, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, I could do that. And there's things I wanted to say that I guess I want people to hear. So I was watching Cody Leach, and I was watching Lee McCoy at Drum Dums, and those were like the main two. And then I believe you were the third one I found. Oh no,
Really?
I'm
Wow.
sorry. You were the fourth one. Adam Daly was the third one. You were the fourth. Adam was the third. Fortunately, he doesn't have his channel anymore, but he's about to start one up again soon. But then, yeah, you were the fourth person I found. So I started watching your guys' videos, and I was like, oh, okay, I think I could do this. And I don't want to say I stole anything from anybody, but I definitely, took some of inspiration from the things you guys did.
That's awesome. Well, it took me a long time to get like 200 subscribers. Like I've been doing it since like 2011 or so.
Right. I'm actually about to post. I'm over 100 videos, but my official channel videos, I think I need two more to make 100. I'm not sure, but I find it amazing how well I've done, I guess, when the fact that I've only been doing it since March or April. I can't remember the exact date. I had two videos prior to that, but they were just random videos I put up. I'd never thought to do a channel or anything like that before.
Well, you do a great job, I must say.
Well, I appreciate that, brother. And yes, Movie Massacre, I love Rocky.
Oh, well, who doesn't?
One of the few franchises that I absolutely love that I don't own. I only own Rocky Balboa and Creed. I have Rocky Balboa and Creed, but the original five, I don't have them yet. I keep meaning to pick them up, and I just keep forgetting.
I have the original and Rocky Balboa and Creed.
They're coming out with Creed 2. I wonder if Rocky's going to die in this one finally.
I almost thought he was in the last one when he got sick there, remember?
Right, right.
At some point, they have to wrap up his character. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and now I guess, like Movie Massacre just said, I guess Drago is back in this one. I don't know what he's going to be doing in this new one, but he's supposedly back.
Well, his son, I guess, is gonna box Alistair Creed or
Oh, that's different.
and I guess Drago will be his trainer, probably. I'm guessing.
I really liked 4. A lot of people hate on 5. 5 wasn't bad. The only thing I thought that was dumb about 5 was the way they wrote it with Paulie losing all their money. Come on, Rocky was not the smartest tool, but he would have been smart enough not to let Paulie get his money.
And he had to be real dumb to give Paulie control of his entire fortune.
Yeah, and so then he comes back, and all of a sudden they're poor again. I know they were trying to do a back to the roots storyline, but it just didn't work for me. It's like, no, after 3 and then 4, 4, but mostly 3, especially because 4 was all in Russia, but 3, he was really rich in 3, and he was really, really rich. I mean, I just don't see it turning around like that.
Yeah, by 4 he had a robot and shit.
That was so weird. Typical 80s stuff, man.
A lot. I have to say, I think there was definitely a little cheese in 4 with the whole thing with James Brown and freaking. It was some
Yeah.
silliness.
Yeah. Oh my God, the James Brown part. I love that part, man. It reminds me of the Hulk Hogan part in part 3. Thunderlips is here.
I like the part when Mickey's like, are they carrying him? He's like, he's walking.
Yeah. And then he stands up right face to face with Stallone, and he's like a foot taller. I'm like, holy crap. I never really realized how tall Hulk Hogan was until then, or how short Stallone was.
He was a beast at that time.
Yeah. And that's something else too, is I'm a huge Hulk Hogan fan. I always have been.
Me too, brother. I think my favorite was when he fought Macho Man when they were feuding. The Mega Powers
Oh,
explode.
oh, dude, the Mega Powers exploding was awesome. But being a teenager in the '90s, I loved the NWO stuff. But when he went back to the blue and gold and red later on, I just about had an orgasm. When I first
Yeah, I
heard
love
that
the end.
down, 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 I was like, oh my God, Hulk Hogan's back. And I just about blew an aneurysm.
Yeah, you gotta give respect to the NWO. I mean, that whole storyline alone controlled wrestling.
It changed wrestling. I mean, Vince McMahon had to come up with a new character basically to fight it, and that was Stone Cold Steve Austin. But it was that the NWO and Stone Cold and all that Attitude Era that changed it.
And then the DX, if there wasn't NWO, there wouldn't be DX probably.
Yep.
They had to step up their game.
Hey, do we still have that troll in the chat? The one that was saying my wife was going to leave me?
I didn't even know. What was he saying?
Oh, there was some troll that joined the chat. I don't know if he's still there. He was saying my wife was going to leave me and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ. What is wrong
I
with
love
people?
trolls. I love trolls, man. I love it when they post on my videos. Oh, I love it. I love to just give it right back to them.
You battle with them?
Not so much battle, but I do like to rib them a little bit and just mess with them. There was one guy who put because I did a video on an ICP concert, which is actually my most watched video. It's got about 500 views, and this guy was all saying that because he looked around my room, and I don't know why it looked like that. This is my man cave that I'm sitting in right now. He put something like Bronco Juggalo coming to you from his mom's basement, 34-year-old fat guy that lives with his mama, and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, dude.
What'd you say?
you know oh, I don't remember. It was just funny. I just the reason he was mad at me was because in the review I slammed Attila, the band, and I didn't like Attila, and I was kind of not too nice about my thoughts about it. So he was mad that I teased his favorite band, I guess.
I don't believe these people. They have nothing better to do. I don't get it.
Well, that's where it comes back to. Hey, it's my channel. If you don't like it, watch something else.
Exactly. If you choose to watch the channel, I mean,
And I say thank you very much. I will take your thumbs down because it means you just gave me another view.
I had several thumbs down on one of my last reviews. I noticed when I did Sinister.
Oh, dude, I love that review. You did such an awesome job on it. And I love that movie.
I guess, I don't know, not everybody does.
You know what? You probably just picked up some trolls, bro. It's not a big deal. I actually don't get a lot of thumbs down, but when I do, I wonder why. So I'm like, what did I do? What did I say? Was there a reason they didn't like? I wish they would just tell me. I would love to talk to people. I like to talk to people about things, and I really
Yeah, I
thought the
hate
one,
if they just explain why they're pissed or whatever.
and then you got some of those videos where I deliberately go out to, not deliberately go out to piss people off, but I say things that I know are going to piss people off, and I don't care if they do. And it seems like everybody's cool with those ones.
Like the Jeepers Creepers tag.
Yeah, that one. The Star Wars video I did, my Star Wars ranking video. Uh, I thought most people were going to be like, because I ripped into all the people that are hating on Last Jedi. And I don't care if you don't like the movie. That doesn't bother me. If you don't like the movie, fine. But it's all these people that are, oh, Disney's raping my childhood and, Star Wars is dead. And they're just getting all dramatic about it. They just bother me. And I just want to reach out and slap them through their computers.
The keyboard warriors.
Yeah. And then I did a video not too long ago where I kind of launched into a rant on modern day feminism because those people bug me too. And I've got no negative feedback on those.
but the fact that you didn't like one movie sets them off.
Yeah, that I think is funny. They won't care if you could probably, insult their sister and they wouldn't care. But if you don't like that one movie they like, they're all over you.
Movie Massacre mentioned that Stallone's doing another Rambo. Have you heard that?
I did hear about it, and I hear that it's going to be a while. Um, they're saying he's going to be like 75 years old or something by the time it comes out. I don't know if that was an exaggeration or not. And also, I hear it's going to be like almost Predator esque, that it's going to be Rambo versus like an alien or something. Which I'm not sure if I like that idea. Rambo was always the grounded in reality one.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, Rambo was always supposed to be the realistic, the vet coming home to a country that hates him.
That's why I love the original one, First Blood, because it was like realistic. It was this Vietnam veteran going through post-traumatic syndrome, and he lost it when this cop pissed him off.
Right. I actually saw the second one first. I remember that from me being a kid. I watched the second movie before I ever saw the first one. And that second one's always been my favorite because, it's the big war movie and I absolutely love it. But that end speech he gives, I know people like to make fun of it because of his voice, but that end speech almost makes me cry every time I hear it. I know I'm a big baby at some of this stuff.
You mean the first one, the second?
No, at the end of part 2, where he's like, I want what they want for my country to love me as much as I love it. And he's all,
I remember
and
that.
dude, that gets me almost every time because all the other aspects of my life, one of the things that I very much am is I'm very much a patriot. And I come from my father and my entire family, everybody's military backgrounds. And growing up, the only thing I ever wanted in life was to be in the military. And I have severe scoliosis, and I actually joined the military when I graduated high school. And I went into OT and everything, and I joined the military, and they got my X-rays back, and boom, kicked me right out. That's all I ever wanted in my life was to be in the military and to be in the army. And I don't know. I'm kind of glad that I'm not now because it would have changed my whole life. I wouldn't have my wife or my kids or anything like that if I probably did that, But
I almost did too when they came to my school, but my mom talked me out of it.
Yeah, it's funny because right after 9/11, the recruiter called me back, and he's like, "Hey, if you want to come down, we'll get a waiver signed for you so you can join up." And my father, he was the first person I called, and I told him, Dad, I'm heading down there. I'm going to go right now. And my father is a combat veteran, and he literally begged me not to do it. And I didn't do it. And to this day, it's kind of one of the biggest regrets I have of my life in a way. I always regretted not doing it.
I just imagine how different your life would have been, huh?
That's exactly what I say when my whole life made different now. I may not have my.
You might not have started this channel and all that stuff.
Yeah. I will say this, man, and I'm talking to Jason and Rich, especially down there, and you, Sean. I've met some awesome people doing this and some awesome friendships. I mean, out of the blue, Jason sent me DVDs for no reason. I didn't ask him to. He didn't owe me anything. And where I come from, that's just stuff that doesn't happen to people. People aren't nice like that to people where I'm from. I mean, I don't mean where I live now, but my background. And you know, the people I've met and the bonds we're starting to create are just absolutely amazing to me. And I want to thank all you guys, man. You guys have accepted me into your little community here, and I'm so grateful for that.
Absolutely, I feel the same way. Like how we've made this little community of YouTubers together, and it's like we'll become like a tight knit going, and I love it.
I don't know if you know Drum Dumb's channel, right?
Oh yeah, definitely follow it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so like I'm not saying that he's like my best friend or anything like that, but we're buddies, quote unquote internet buddies or whatever. We talk, not just on his videos, but we talk on Twitter and things like that, and DM, instant messages and stuff like that. And he's an awesome guy, and he really helped me out a lot with my channel and learning how to do things. But I told him, I asked him if he ever wanted to come down and slum with us down here in the 200 range, because he's got like 10,000 followers. I told him, you ever want to come down and do
my Michael Myers tag thing, but he's too big for that.
Is that meat be thawed yet? Yeah, I don't actually, I think Drum Dumbs definitely would do a thing if his schedule allows. He literally has planned out his videos for like the next 6 months, I think. He does it's very hard for him to work new stuff in. So, but I think if he got time, he would do it. He's a very cool guy.
That, and he does the Killer Flicks on Facebook. Have you seen that site on Facebook?
I don't do Facebook, so I haven't actually seen like their discussions on Facebook, but I do check out their streams when they do it, the Scream streams, and I've seen their Killer Flicks t-shirts. I want to get one. I think they got some cool t-shirts. They're all pretty nice guys. Them, Cody, CP, they're all cool guys. I don't know if Drum Dumbs follows my channel, and I know that he's watched some of my videos because he tells me how I'm doing. CP follows me, and that's cool, and so does Brian Lomax, and they're all awesome people. They're all really cool people. I said I'm waiting for CP when I get to 10,000 followers so he can do a roast on me.
The roast of Bronco
Yeah.
Dude, did you see when they did the roast of Bruce Willis?
Oh, dude, yes. I miss those Comedy Central roasts, man. Those things were those were so fun.
I die when Bruce said, like, I came here for one reason, that's to let everyone know that Die Hard is not a fucking Christmas movie.
Yeah. And people do really think of it as a Christmas movie. The other one too is Lethal Weapon. Everybody watches those around Christmas. Hey, the late horror show just showed up. The late horror show. What's going on, brother or brothers?
I saw that. Welcome to late horror show. What's up, guys? By the way, I tagged late horror show in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre tag. Check it out.
Hey, Sean, I think I'll get with you on Messenger on this later, but maybe we should do a tag together. We should come up with something.
Like a joint one?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Maybe like I could do a few questions, you do a few questions.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Matt?
We got Adam Turner, one of my first subscribers. Say hi to Adam.
Hey, Adam, come subscribe to my channel. Shameless self-promotion.
Shameless plug.
Movie Massacre, I love the Ghostbusters, but I couldn't stand that new movie. It was so terrible. I had no problem with them using an all-female cast. That was not a problem. It's just the fact that every chance they get, every line of dialogue seemed to be deliberately based to just demasculine every man on the planet. And also the fact that you have Bill Murray, you had oh crap, I just forgot what's his
Dan
name?
Aykroyd.
No, the Winston's character. I just forgot his name. Ernie Hudson. You had
Yeah, that's
Ernie
right.
Hudson in the film, and they gave them no lines, nothing at all. You know,
I haven't even seen it yet because I just thought it was stupid, you know.
yeah, it bombed at the box office. Honestly, I was glad. I'm getting tired of seeing all these social justice warriors invading our precious movie properties. You know, if you want to make a movie and base it around whatever cause you're driving for, whether it's lesbian gay cause, whether it's transgender, whether it's civil rights, whatever cause that happens to be, cool. Do a movie, do a superhero movie, make up characters. I don't mind when they change some minor characters, but when they start screwing with established genres and established characters, like in Star Wars or Ghostbusters, it just bothers me. It's like, what did those things ever do to you? They did nothing. They didn't hurt your cause. Why do you have to feel the need to shove your political agenda down our throats in our own movies? We're supposed to be getting away from this stuff in these movies.
Yeah, I don't like when they change. Don't mess with the original classics, though. You know, don't throw messages in there about political crap. I don't like that either.
Like, did you hear that in the Solo movie, the guy that wrote it, or the guy's son of the guy that wrote it, said that Lando Calrissian is supposed to be some sort of omnisexual or something, where he likes to have sex with men and robots and just all kinds of things. And I'm like, boy, that's not how I remember Billy D. Williams portraying him in the original. I remember a
I
ladies'
thought he
man. I
was
don't
like a
remember
Mac.
all this other stuff.
I thought he was like a pimp daddy in the original Empire.
Hey, Jason's leaving. Hey, brother, talk to you later, bro.
Peace out, Jason. Thanks for joining
I'm
us.
actually gonna have to probably. I'm probably gonna have to go pretty soon. I told my wife I'd make dinner tonight. I'm attempting a meatloaf.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the meat to finish thawing.
This has actually gone on a lot longer than I expected. I only planned it to go to like 6:30.
Oh, what time is it? What time is it where you're at right now?
7:32.
Oh wow, it's five. Yeah, it's 5:32 here.
Really? Is that much difference from where you are?
Yeah, I'm 2 hours behind the East Coast. Oh crap! Dang it, Sean, I'm never gonna forgive you. I just forgot that the Broncos were playing today, and I think I missed it.
Sorry to ruin that for you.
I haven't missed a game in 2 years. Actually, my cable is out right now. I had to cut my cable for a little bit, and I'm gonna be getting it back on here in a couple weeks. So
Movie Massacres heading out. Weiss back from work. It's been good, gents. Hope I can get in next weekend. Have a good evening, all. See you later, buddy.
hey, brother, talk to you later, man. I'll text you or something.
Random Matt Video says, take care, guys. Good luck with making the meatloaf.
Masker says he'll hang out till his phone dies.
Yeah, guys, so join me, Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies, next weekend, August 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Horror Digest channel.
Yep,
Shameless
the
plug.
Horror Digest channel. There's going to be a lot of us doing it. It's going to be really awesome. Movie Massacre, I think that's 4 p.m. your time. And it's, no, it's 4 p.m. my time. I think it's 2 p.m. your time.
So I wonder how Lee would be up, like him and Lisa Loves.
Well, Movie Massacre, he's over in Washington. He lives in Washington, and then I actually, did you want me to tell people that, brother? I'm sorry. I don't know if you wanted people to know that or not, but I think Lisa is 5 hours ahead of us. So if we do it at 6 o'clock our time, I think it's like midnight their time.
So that's gonna be a late night for.
Yeah, I think, or maybe it's the other way around. I can't remember.
I'm just glad that they were able to get them to do it. Everybody to do it. That's cool.
Yeah. You know, I think the reason why Movie Massacre is talking about stuff that we've already talked about is because he's actually behind on his feed.
Yeah, that must be it then. So how far difference would Washington be from like where you are?
2 more hours behind us because that's the California timeline. So that's Pacific time. They're 2 hours behind me. So if it's 6 o'clock your time, it's 4 o'clock my time and 2 o'clock their time.
These timelines are more confusing than the Halloween franchise.
Yes, but not as confusing as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre ones.
Oh my god, I can't even get into that.
Well, as you know, I'm currently doing the Friday the 13th films, and we only have the remake left to go on the main series. And then we're also going to be doing the Never Hike Alone. So we're doing that as a bonus part to this feature because it's just an awesome movie. So I want to plug that real quick, guys. If you guys have not seen Never Hike Alone, you got to check that out. I'm telling you, it is probably one of the greatest fan films ever made, in my opinion. It's so good, it should be a sequel. That's how I look at it. It's that good. And
I still haven't seen that. I'm embarrassed to say.
oh, Sean, come on, brother. There's a challenge for you tonight. Watch it. It's 55 minutes long.
Isn't it on YouTube?
It is. It's on YouTube. Just type in "Never Hike Alone." You can't miss it. I will. I haven't got. They haven't. They did a Kickstarter so that they could, or a fundraising campaign or whatever, so they could do like Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff. They even have one bundle where you get to get it on VHS, which is really cool. But I didn't get that one because I couldn't afford that one. I just got the Blu-ray one. But it was only 600 of them released, and they couldn't sell it because they can't sell that property. But they could do a Kickstarter, and you can contribute to get your video. You had to contribute so much, but it won't be here by the time I do the review. So the guys over at Womp Stomp, the director himself, Vincent DeSanti, he's an awesome guy. I got in touch with him online and over email, and he sent me the cover art, and he sent me a cool little card picture, it's not a still, it's like a photo, but it's been uh like animated almost or something like that. I'm not sure what they're called. And he autographed it for me, and on the back he put "Thanks for your support." And I'm going to use those on my video when I do the review. We're going to show them, and he wanted me to have them so I could show all my viewers. And I thought that was amazing of him. And you know, those guys, they're really cool. And I can't wait to see this new Halloween film they're working on.
And that's right. They're working on a Halloween fan film now.
Yeah, called Spirit of Haddonfield. And the guy that played Jason and directed the Never Hike Alone is playing Michael Myers. Yeah,
That's
definitely, brother. You
awesome.
got to check that movie out.
That's awesome. Can you imagine being able to play Jason and Michael?
Yeah, that's just too cool.
So would you say that Never Hike Alone is like a fairly serious take on the franchise.
Oh, it's a very serious take. It is not campy at all. It's okay. Throughout most of the movie, there's only one actor in the whole movie. Throughout most of it, until he meets Jason. Then there's two actors, and then towards the end, I don't want to give anything away. Towards the end, there's a few more, and there is a huge, huge reveal at the end of the movie, and a huge I don't know if I want to call it cameo or somebody that you will definitely recognize has a part in the movie at the end, and it's very good. It's very awesome, and this one was very realistic based. Like, it's about a hiker. I'm trying not to give any spoilers. It's about a hiker who's out hiking alone, and he's a YouTuber too. And that's what he does. Is he YouTubes his hikes, and he's got sponsors, and he has their products in his videos, and he does all that stuff. And he stumbles across Camp Crystal Lake. And some of the movie is like part of the film is him on camera. It's like his found footage type stuff. And the way they blended it, it's the only found footage film I've ever actually liked. But it's not all found footage. That's only a little portion of it. They got some amazing like long shots that in an interview that they said they use drones to get. I think that's cool. I would like to get a drone one of these days just to put a long shot on one of my little videos.
That would be awesome to use a drone like to do some of the overhead shots and stuff.
Is that still not be thawed?
It is default, but here on the.
Give me about 20 more minutes and I'll come to it.
Are you sure? I'm not trying to be pushy or anything.
If you want to, just put the hamburger in the fridge and we'll make that tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll definitely check that one out, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, it's very good. And in my review, as usual with my reviews, I put spoilers, so you might want to check it out before you watch my review of it.
And I'm definitely gonna check out your newest review with Bill there.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do after we do Never Hike Alone, we're gonna do the ranking video, and we're gonna include Never Hike Alone in the ranking too. Some people have told me I shouldn't because it's not one of the official ones, but I think when you watch the movie, you'll understand why I want to put it in there. It's that good.
I saw that even Drum Duns did that. He included that in his ranking.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I kind of stole the idea from Cody Leach because Cody Leach did it first.
He's great too. I like a lot of his videos. He's a funny guy too.
Yeah. For some reason, my chat has disconnected. It's saying that it's unable to connect to the chat. I don't know why. So.
The last thing I saw was from Movie Massacre. It says, "I feel the same way, Bronco. You're all great guys," and that was 7:30.
Yeah, that's the last thing I see too. But right under that, it says my chat's disconnected. Oh.
Well, I was gonna ask you, I know the guy Billy you do the videos with. Have you known him a long time? It's like one of your old buddies from school or something.
Bill is actually my best friend in the world. I'm not going to give his name because he doesn't want it out there.
Oh no,
he
I
has a
wouldn't
job.
ask you to do that.
Yeah. He has a job. He has a certain job. He works for a government agency, and he doesn't want his work or any. If he says anything, he could actually get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like anything they don't agree with. So that's one of the big reasons why he wears the mask and calls himself Bill was because of that. But also he's a little bit camera shy too, and that helps him, you know. But yeah, we've been best friends since the 3rd grade. And he is my brother. He is my, in the words of Jay and Silent Bob, he's my hetero life mate. We've been mates, we've been best friends, brothers. We would die for each other, kind of deal. If I ever needed anything, if my entire family was put out on the street, he would take.
Yeah, and you guys have awesome chemistry in the videos. The way you riff on each other, it's hilarious.
And that's actually us. That put away for you. But at the end of this last video, we're arguing over Freddy versus Jason. Who won, and it gets down to some really comical stuff. And that's actually us. Back when we were younger, when we were kids. Do you remember the animated movie Jungle Book from Disney, the animated version?
Yeah, of course.
The vultures, like the beetles, vultures, or whatever. How they're all like, "What do you want to do?" And they're like, "I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. Hey, don't start that again." That's he and I. And in fact, we used to actually use those lines all the time. We couldn't figure out what we wanted to do. We always thought it was so funny, but that's actually us all the way through. We literally talk like that all the time.
That's awesome, man. That's great that you have a friend like that.
Yeah. In fact, we were watching our first video we did together, like fully did together, which was the Friday the 13th part one the other day. And he's like, "Man, I suck at this." And I was like, "No, dude, I think you're really good. You're really awesome." He's like, "Look how." I was like, "Well, yeah, it was your first one. You're a little stiff in it, but." I was like, "You got it down now." And I think he's so much fun. I think he's a great actor too. I'm when he was doing that in our second video where I'm looking around the house for him and I can't find him, and then he comes out behind me with the machete like he's going to stab me in the back of the head with it. And as he's coming by, he breaks the fourth wall and looks at the camera and goes, "Shh." And then he starts doing this with the machete. I thought that was just amazing. I mean, I was like, "Oh my God, that's so funny." And then, all of our dialogue, we don't write any of it. I mean, when we're doing those scripted things or whatever, I don't really want to call them scripted things. They're semi-scripted. I'm like, "Hey, let's do this. This would be cool. And let's do that." And he's like, "Okay, let's try this." But all of our dialogue and everything's right off the top of our heads. So, um, the notes I take for like our reviews of points I want to get across. But when he and I are doing stuff and interacting, it's everything's off the top of our heads. It's all just us. Uh, the most scripted things we've done is when he took me hostage, which that was a lot of fun. Even though I'll tell you what, man, that was exhausting. It really is exhausting to sit in a chair tied up for a couple hours.
And it really took that long to film it like that?
It took between everything we were doing, all the different stuff, and the scenes in the bathroom and everything we were doing, all the different scenes and stuff, plus filming the entire review, and then we did the Stephen King tag video at the same day. It took probably for two videos, it took about 6 hours. And
That was awesome.
it was tiring.
It was like little mini movies.
Yeah. And it's funny because there's only like 35 minutes, maybe 30 minutes on film. And that was before I started doing the outtakes. So a lot of that stuff got scrapped and it's gone. But and then my favorite one is when I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
My favorite one so far that he and I have done together, as far as like the funny scripted stuff goes, or whatever our little skits, is when I escape and I'm chasing him around we're doing the Benny Hill music with the Scooby Doo theme. That was so much fun to me. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, I love that. That was awesome.
My dad watched it and he's like, my dad's like me. He cusses a lot too. And he's like, "You two are the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen, but you're fucking funny."
I was gonna
What's up,
ask
Dave?
you, does Bill intentionally try to sound like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool?
Thank you.
No, no, he doesn't. That's just his voice. Does he sound like it? I've never really noticed.
Yeah, I think it sounds like he's imitating Ryan Reynolds.
Oh wow,
Never
I've
noticed
never
that?
noticed. I'm gonna tell him you said that. He's gonna love that. He's gonna get a kick out of it.
And he's got that same kind of humor about him.
Yeah, I never noticed that before. He's gonna love that though. He'll get a kick out of that.
Like even what you just said, he's breaking the fourth wall by doing the
Well, that I don't know if he took that because he likes to dress as Deadpool. And the reason I mean, he's a huge Deadpool fan. He's a gigantic Deadpool fan. He was actually a Deadpool fan before it got popular to be a Deadpool fan. But I don't know if he did that for there, if he just thought it would be funny. I never asked him. I just thought it was really cool that he did it. I was like, oh, that's really good, dude. I really like it. Because I didn't see him do that. I didn't know he was going to do that. I had my back to him. I was literally walking around. I didn't like go behind the wall and just stand there. I was walking around and actually acting out like it was a play. And I actually did a little bit of stage stuff back in college. And I think that's why I do it that way. I act out the entire thing and then I'll cut it out or whatever. Just because I'm used to doing it that way.
maybe there's acting in your future.
I thought there was going to be. I kind of wanted, when I found out that I wasn't going to be able to go into the military, my other thing that I wanted to do was be in the movies. I wanted to direct or act or something. I really wanted to direct. But I started acting in college and I seemed to get typecasted as a drunk a lot. Every role I had, I seemed to be playing a drunk.
Wonder why they would get that idea.
Well, I used to drink a lot, that's for sure. I used to drink a lot. But I don't know, it just happened that way. I did a few plays and I I am not by any means a great singer or anything like that, but I used to be able to sing. And I actually did a couple cabaret shows too where I did singing roles and the entire like, musicals and stuff like that. And like, have you ever seen the movie My Fair Lady?
No, I haven't.
Very old movie with Audrey Hepburn, and I absolutely love it. Most people would think that I think I put that in that last shoegazer video, the five guilty pleasures. Yeah, I put that one in there, and it's something most people wouldn't think I would be into, but I love it. And I actually played her father, who's a drunk, but he also sings through the whole movie practically for all his parts. And that was a lot of fun. I was able to do that. That was cool.
I did a couple extra roles in a couple of movies.
Oh, really? What'd you do?
Um, on the sex tape movie with Cameron Diaz. That was one of
Oh,
them.
really? That's cool. That's cool. I haven't seen that movie. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'll look for you.
I haven't even seen it yet.
I have a buddy who he was an extra in Independence Day too. Yeah, they make actually, you know what? I was late for work the other day almost because I was stopped because they were filming a movie right down my road on the highway. And I had to stop and wait for them to wrap their shot so we could keep going.
Yeah, it's funny. Recently, they've been filming a lot of stuff here in Massachusetts.
Right. You know, I've never been to Boston. I've actually, because growing up and, all being a military kid, I lived in New York. I've been to Chicago. I've been all over the place, but I've never been to Boston. And I've always wanted to, especially because of the Irish culture there. There's so much Irish there. And me being Irish, I really wanted to see all that.
That's probably one reason why I'm here.
Right. like Boondock Saints being one of my favorite movies.
It is a good one.
Yeah. I actually got to meet all those guys. They're pretty cool. They all came to the first annual Albuquerque Comic Con, and I could pull it out here and show it to you if I wanted to. I'd have to pull it out and find it, but I have a comic book, a Boondock Saints comic book that's autographed by all of them.
Was Billy Connolly there?
Say that one more time.
Billy Connolly, who was like the old guy, their mentor,
The
father, or
no,
whatever.
Billy Connolly was not there. It was Norman Reedus, Sean Patrick Flannery, and David De La Rocco, and also the guy that did the comic book. They were all there. It cost me $40 a piece to get their autographs, but hey,
That's still cool though to have.
yeah. Norman Reedus, he had never seen the comic that I had him sign, and I actually have a picture of him taking a picture of the comic book.
Pretty cool that now he's such a big star in Walking Dead and all that.
Oh yeah. Right after that Comic Con, I went to eat. We went to Cracker Barrel to eat, and the waiter there offered me $500 for the book. And I mean, it's not CGC or anything like that. It's just, it's been autographed by all of them. But he offered me 500. Now that they've done Walking Dead since then, and he's gotten so huge, I wonder what I could get for it now.
Yeah, it'll probably be worth a lot more now even.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's one of those things that's mine. That'll be mine probably until I die, and I'll have my family sell it off to give the money to my kids.
Well, that's the thing, and being like a nerd or whatever, I want to hold on to stuff. That's why I go to these things, because I want to get that guy's autograph and have it on my poster and put it on my wall, because I'm a nerd.
Right. Yeah, like my wall back here is all autographs, and then I think I need to move it. Actually, I've got Peter Mayhew down here on my TV. Peter, who played Chewbacca, I got his autograph down there. I may need to move it because the sun keeps hitting there, and I think it's starting to fade out his autograph a little bit.
Wow, you have the original Chewbacca, huh?
Oh yeah, Peter Mayhew, I got his autograph. He was at that same Comic Con. He's been to a couple of our cons. They just started doing the Comic Cons here back in 2011. So
They had Anthony Daniels at the Boston Comic Con, but the line was so long, I was like, forget it.
oh yeah, tell me about it. If it's gonna be people that I really really want to see, and I don't, and I know how crowded it's gonna be, and if I have the money, I'll pay for the VIP tickets so I don't have to wait in line. I get to go right to the front of the lines. But if I don't have the money, then I just stand in line with everybody else.
A couple of years ago, I got William Shatner's. I got a picture of William Shatner.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Actually, let me reach for it here real quick. Hang on. Yeah, I got this one autographed at a couple of Comic Cons I went to not too long back, about a year or so ago. And that's autographed by old number 2 from Next Generation.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then I also got, I don't know if you're a brown coat like I am. I'm a huge Serenity fan, Firefly fan. But I got
I've never seen that one.
Are you serious? You haven't seen Serenity or Firefly?
No, I haven't.
Bro, I'm going to send you a copy. I'm going to send you a copy of Serenity and Firefly.
Trek fan though.
Are you really?
Like the original series anyway, and like the movies.
Jonathan Frakes, that's his name. I went brain dead on the name. Jonathan Frakes, that's who autographed that. Yeah. Yeah, the Next Generation is the one that I came in on, being from the 90s or whatever, the 80s. I'm not the biggest Trekkie. I'm not a Trekkie by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I've made fun of Trekkies most of my life. Sorry. But I like the Star Trek stuff, but I'm weird. Once again, I like the stuff that's not as popular. My absolute favorites are Voyager and Enterprise.
Voyager was the one with the girl, Captain Janeway, I think, was it?
Yeah, Captain Janeway. And I probably got
It
into
was
that
all
one
right.
because when I was younger.
I remember 7 of 9 was really hot. What was the name?
Are you hungry?
The Borg girl.
Hold
Oh yeah, 7 9 I think is what got me into all that. I'll get one here in a little bit. Yeah, do I need them? So yeah, I was always more the Star Wars person than the Star Trek person, but I like Star Trek. I just didn't get all fanatical about it like some people do. And if they do, that's cool. I don't throw stones at nobody. I like to tease people, but that's about it.
I think I'm one of the few that likes both.
I like both, but I'm just very much a Star Wars person. I love Star Wars. It's my absolute favorite of all time.
For me, like my favorite science fiction movies are the original Star Wars trilogy, and my favorite science fiction show is the original Star Trek.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's the original Star Trek I used to watch a lot late night when I was a kid on Nick at Night. You remember Nick at Night?
Oh yeah, I used to watch all the time.
Yeah, and I used to really like it then. I've tried to go back and watch some of the original ones on Netflix, and I just don't get into them as much. I don't know if it's because I've gotten used to like the newer ones and stuff, but they're still really good. The acting is what gets you through those. You got to really concentrate on the acting.
That's what
You
it's
know,
about. It's not about the effects and like the original shows about like
right?
stories.
Exactly. And that's one thing I've always thought about most of the Star Trek series is if you really watch those movies, a lot of the stuff they do, there is some action and stuff that they do in them, but a lot of it is all based on dialogue. Like their set will shake a little bit, but most of it's dialogue. So all those guys,
Yeah,
they have to get some good actors.
it's about like the characters. What do you think of like the new Star Trek movies, like the with Chris Pine and all that?
I like them. I like the way they did that, where they didn't say, okay, we're just going to renovate everything and this is the way it is now. They put them like kind of together and made it like an alternate timeline. I enjoyed that aspect of it as well. They're decent movies. The second one wasn't my favorite. The third one was okay. The first one is the best.
Yeah, definitely the first one had like awesome action and effects and stuff.
Right. Hey, brother, give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Yep. So guys, we're here live at the live horror stream number 3, The Revenge, with Sean Patrick Erschen and the Horror Corner, along with my buddy Bronco Juggalo, who's my guest star today. And over in the chat, we had quite a few fellow YouTubers and just my fellow subscribers. We had Adam Turner in there. We had Horrific Nightmares JM. We had Random Matt Videos. I can't wait to like go back and watch this later because this turned out so much better than I ever thought. It's so cool that I got to do the Google Hangouts, joint chat there. It's so cool. We had everybody, and they had Movie Massacre. We had Nick the Last Shoegazer for a little bit. I even had the Late Car Show. He's back.
Sorry about that, bro.
I was doing a little poltergeist there. He's back.
I've got the headphone plugged in so you don't get all the background noise, so I didn't hear you, but I had to go take care of some disciplinary issue.
Laying the law down.
Yeah, something like that. Hmm.
You have such a great family, I must say. You guys seem really tight.
Yeah, I love my family. You know how it is, but I'll be honest, and I've told my wife this before, and I'm not really ashamed to admit it, but there's always a part of you that, you wonder what life would have been like, or you miss doing certain things. I don't get to hang out with my buddies and stuff as much anymore, but it's worth the trade off.
Oh yeah, it must be great to have. Me and my wife haven't had the children yet, but I spend a lot of time with my younger nephews who are like 5 and 6 and stuff. And sometimes it's almost
Yeah.
like having a child in a way. But
Yeah. Yeah, my wife and I we started it. We had our first kid about a year or so after we got married. I told her I wanted to wait a little longer, but she didn't want to wait anymore. So I just thought there's a lot that I want to do with her that I don't do now. At least not for quite a while, but we'll get to it eventually. Like I want to take her to Germany. I lived in Germany for a long time growing up as a kid, and I miss it and I love it. And I want to take her and show it to her.
that's awesome. You actually lived there for a while.
Yep, for 7 years, between 1984 and 1991. So
Yeah, I'm actually half German. My father was German.
yeah, I'm German Irish myself. My great grandmother on my dad's side, my great grandmother was actually a school chum of Hitler. They went to
Wow.
school. They were in the same class, and she she was living in Germany at the time. And when the Nazi Party started to rise to power, and she saw that Hitler was going to be the next chancellor, and he was going to take over, she came to America to get away because she knew that that would be terrible. And she came to America, met my grandfather, my great grandfather, and they got married. Had my grandfather like right after he got back, because right after they got married, he got shipped out to fight against the Germans in World War II. And then when he came back, they had my grandfather. So
That's crazy. I can't imagine.
yeah, I remember her being a cantankerous old mean woman. She died when I was younger, but I just remember her being very mean all the time. But yeah,
I've been
that's
uh, I've been to Ireland. That's the only time I've gone out of the country. I've been a few times. I've never gone.
oh
There's
wow,
so much I want to do, like Italy and Scotland.
right. When I lived in Europe, I never got to Britain or to Ireland, and I want to so bad, especially being with my heritage. I definitely want to get to Ireland. I've never been there, and that's one of the reasons too. I love talking to Lisa. Is she gets me a like an inside glance on what's going on over there. So
I know it's just funny.
yeah,
I
I've been
had
to
my
when
cousins at my brother's wedding. My cousins from Ireland came over, and it was so fun to talk to them. Their accents.
right. Yeah, that's something I wish I still had was an accent. Fortunately, my family lost their accents. The Irish part of my family's been in the country a long time, and they lost the accent years ago. So
It's funny because I have one cousin that lives here in America, and she's been here like 25 years now. She still has the same accent.
yeah, what's so funny about accents is my brother was born in Kansas and raised on military bases practically. He is not like originally like from the South or country at all. and now he lives in Arkansas. He's lived there for like the last 10 or 12, 15 years. And he is adopted and now has a full Southern Arkansas accent. And he did it on purpose too. I don't know why. He started doing it when he was younger. I was like, why? But now he talks like that all the time. I never understood it, but whatever. But then again, too, some people say I sound a little Spanish when I talk with some people because I've been raised around so many Spanish people.
Really? And I haven't caught that.
I don't notice it unless I'm talking to somebody in Spanish. So
So you know Spanish?
a little bit, enough to get by. A little German too. I used to speak German fluently until I forgot most of it when we came back to America. I watch old Hogan's Heroes episodes to help me remember.
My brother's a Spanish teacher, and he married a Spanish woman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Anybody still in the chat?
No, I haven't seen anything yet since movie Massacre's last thing. I think everybody left.
Yeah, probably. It's been awesome, bro. I really appreciate. Yeah, I really appreciate you letting me come on with you, man. I hope I didn't like butt you out or anything.
No, not at all. It's been great. I appreciate you joining. It's been great experience for me to learn how to do this and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely fun. Definitely, maybe, I don't know, maybe we should try and figure out a way to do it more often, just, every once in a while. See if we can get some of the other guys.
Yeah, well, HoRRoRDIgEST said if that goes well, he would make it a regular thing, I think.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be great to have like a weekly show or something.
Yeah, or every other week or once a month or something. Just get together like the Scream Stream guys and just, have a list of topics to talk about, plus take questions from the chat.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have the topics instead of just trying rambling. or,
Right.
or as Lisa would say, waffling.
Yeah, I love that. In fact, I put that in my last deleted scene video. Well, I told Horror Digest that too. I said, what you need when we do this is you want to get like a list of topics and a schedule together, and then either you or have one of us, somebody moderate it to where like we're not all talking over each other. Because we experienced at the beginning of this, you got to wait for the delay a little bit. Plus, everybody tries to answer the question, so you can all talk over each other, especially with a lot of people.
Yeah, we have to find a way to like let the person talk and then you talk.
Yeah.
Because we can't just all talk at the same time. It would be crazy.
Yeah, it would definitely start to get convoluted. Any new horror movies coming out you're looking forward to?
The It Chapter 2.
Yeah, that looks pretty dope. Hey, did you see those new steel books for the Halloween movies, that Halloween 2 and 3?
Oh, I thought it looked amazing. The part 2 when he's coming out of the fire.
Oh, dude, I think it looks great. I'll probably even buy the part 3 one just to have it in the collection. And I can't stand part 3, so.
Yeah, the thing is, I have the Halloween 2 Blu-ray from the Scream Factory already, and it's still the same content. So the only reason I'd be buying it is just to get the steelbook.
Right. I don't have a lot of Scream Factory releases. I wish I did, but I just don't. I collect so many things that one of the few things I don't collect a lot of it. I have been now that I've been doing this YouTube thing. I've been getting more into it. Is collecting like different versions of DVDs. You know, I get like the Star Wars ones. I get a bunch different of those and different ones, but I don't have like, especially with horror movies, because I buy a lot of horror movies before I see them. So if I think it has a chance to suck, I'll just buy like the regular cheap DVD. You know,
Well, yeah, you're probably better off that way. You don't waste too much money.
right? And then about a couple years ago, I made a mistake and I put all my horror movies into books, thinking it would help me save space. So all my cases are actually out in the garage in boxes for the most part, except for the ones I've been buying recently.
That's the thing. I don't know why I can't just like buy something without seeing it. I feel like I don't know. What if it's bad? I'm just wasting my money. I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, believe me, tell me about it. eBay has become my friend over the years. I get good deals on eBay.
It's like I can only buy something like I have to wait for something I really want and then like save up and
Right. Yeah, the last big thing I really bought for myself that was a collectible thing is it cost me $60 and I bought the new Michael Myers mask from the new movie.
oh wow, you have that? That's awesome.
It hasn't come in yet. They're not going to start shipping them until right around late September or October. But yeah, I bought one on the pre-order.
I think that mask looks awesome.
Yeah, I think it looks amazing. It's going to go up right next to my other one. That's something I want more of. Is I want more masks. I would like to get a autographed Jason mask. In fact, I just got Bill one for his birthday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we said on the video.
I would love a real authentic like Jason mask that looks like a movie, with a crack in his mask and the things and the
There is a YouTuber that I follow, and he actually does make those, and he does awesome job too. They're so good; they look just like the movie. Um, I got to look up. I can't remember. I can't pronounce his YouTube name. I'll have to look it up, and I'll get it to you. But he'll make them and he'll sell them. He sells them for about $80 a piece.
wow, you must make some
Pricey,
bank.
but they're really nice. Come here.
I think with the Michael Myers mask, it's tough to get like real accurate ones, instead of the cheap, crappy dime store ones.
Yeah, I almost bought one of those because I always wanted a Michael Myers mask, but I got lucky and I got my Michael Myers 2 mask from the Trick or Treat Studios. It's the authentic one that like they made from the molds of the real one. So, and then this new one too, it's also from Trick or Treat Studios, and yeah, it's a little pricey for me to do once, but I've only, like I said, I only got that one and this one. So,
Who's our special guest here?
say hi, Harley.
Harley
Say hi.
Quinn, is that right?
Yep, this is Harley Quinn. She's got her daddy's red hair, but her daddy's losing his.
Smith star name.
Say hi. Hi.
Hello.
She's shy. Here. You here?
She's like, who's that creepy guy on the camera?
What did you say, Sean?
I said she's probably like, who's that creepy guy on the camera?
Yeah, I put the earphone in her ear so she could hear you. Yeah, this is my little baby.
How old is she?
She just turned 3 in May.
She's quite lovely.
She is. She's a little cutie. And she's got her daddy's really red hair. But daddy has lost his over the years.
Mhm.
I started losing mine at 25.
I'm lucky I still have a little bit going gray, but
Yeah, I'm very jealous.
I'm gonna be 43 next month.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't know you were that. I didn't know you were that old.
getting up there. And I'm the youngest in my family.
Oh yeah, I'm the oldest of mine. I'm gonna be 36. Well, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be 37. I am 36.
I have my oldest brother's like pushing 60.
Oh wow, that's quite an age difference.
Yeah, they're all they're all a lot older, like, and the youngest one's like 5 years older than me, and the other one's like 10 years older than me.
Right. One of my best friends here actually. His oldest brother is 66 years old, and he's 34. His dad didn't have him until he was over 60.
Wow, quite a
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, it was really crazy. They didn't expect to have another kid, and they ended up having him. Oh, in fact, his dad just died at like his dad just died. He was 90 something.
Yeah, like, even my parents were different, like 10 years apart.
I'm 5 years older than my wife, or 4 years, something like that.
Yeah, they still call me the babies.
Yeah. Get
So
the
you have two kids?
Yep, I got two little girls. Want to go?
How old's the other one?
Yep,
Like 5?
6. She's 6.
So
She's
then
a first grader this
she's
year.
in school now?
Yeah, she's a first grader this year.
They would really keep you on your toes, I bet.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, especially this one. Oh man, this one. We just went grocery shopping a couple days ago, and before the night was out, she had gotten into the bread to get herself bread to eat, and she just like spread the bread all over the house on the floor. And if we're not up with her in the morning, she'll be hungry, and she'll go push the chair up against the fridge, and she'll open the fridge, and she'll just start pulling stuff out and munching on it, like making messes. And she dropped a whole carton of eggs out once. Oh, so, and then she comes and she knows where I hide my candy, because I'm a diabetic. Well, I was a diabetic. I actually kicked the diabetes out, but I still eat sugar-free candies, and those are daddy's candies. And she knows where I put them, and she'll come and she'll raid my entire stash, and I'll be like, I have no candy left. Where'd my candy go?
Kids always find where the candy is.
Yeah. Even though she has her own candy, she has to eat mine.
There's never enough candy.
You didn't? Yeah, you did too. Don't lie. She said I didn't eat candy. I was like, yeah, you did. Well, brother, I should probably wrap it up here and go help the fam.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's probably time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Been
Anybody in the
way
chat
over what I
lately?
thought.
Anybody in the chat at all lately?
My answer.
No, it has nobody.
Yeah.
It's probably just you and I talking to each other now.
Probably for like the last hour.
That's okay. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been really awesome talking to you.
Yeah, it's been great getting to know you a little more.
Yeah, this is my preferred way of communicating. I hate doing typing. You know,
Yeah, it gets a little old after a while. You want to actually talk to the person.
right? Yeah, I've actually got a few of the guys' phone numbers and stuff because it's just easier to talk to them than it is to type them.
I mean, it's still nice when you get comments on your video and stuff.
Right. Oh, definitely. I love the comments and stuff on the video. I just like when I want to have a big conversation, I just hate sitting there and typing for 2 hours. So,
Well, it's been great having you. It's been a great show today, and I didn't even plan on it, but it worked out nicely, I think.
hey, I appreciate you having me on, brother. It's been awesome. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks for joining me in the horror corner.
Yep. You mind if I say your tagline before we leave?
Go for it, man.
Stay tuned and stay scared.
Yeah, stay scared. Peace out, brother. It's good talking to you.
You too, bro. I'll hit you up on Messenger later.
All right, sounds good. See you next time.
Later, bro.